body with just the click of a remote. That's right, a button. As you sleep, Inspire keeps you breathing normally and sleeping peacefully. No mask, no hose, just sleep. To learn more, visit inspiresleep.com. That's inspiresleep.com. Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
NCH Heart Institute is home to the most experienced and most dedicated team of physicians and nurses in Southwest Florida. Over the past 30 years, NCH Heart Institute has mastered the quality, the care, and the holistic patient experience that can only be found within a nationally ranked heart institute. Caring for patient, mind, heart, and body. That's the cornerstone of our critical care team, which ranks in the top 2% of all hospitals in America.
NCH Heart Institute, at the heart of what matters most.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Two chefs are hoping their new cookbook will help those who have lost their taste and smell because of the coronavirus. The British cooks say their recipes aid those with missing or distorted sense of smell. They use food like mint, wasabi, and cinnamon to stimulate a nerve that then triggers sensations when you're eating. You can get a free digital copy of the book, Taste and Flavor, from Life Kitchen.
A Colombian soccer team forced to play with only a handful of players. A coronavirus outbreak infected 16 of them. 7 others were already hurt, so the Aguilas Doradas only had 7 players available. The club's request to postpone the match was rejected, so they had to take the field anyway against a team with all 11 players. So they held their opponents scoreless for almost an hour before eventually falling 3-0.
A frustrating day for passengers at RSW. Storms across Southwest Florida caused cancellations and delays here. Coming up, I'll tell you what it's looking like today.
Plus, caught on camera the moment officers rushed in to pull an elderly woman from the flames. New at 6 o'clock, how she's doing this morning after the risky rescue.
And businesses adapting as more employees opt to work from home. In our next hour, we're taking a look at how companies are now training workers to better respond to a work crisis.
And just as we are drying out, another chance of rains in the forecast. We'll time it out for you ahead.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, Michael Crothers, owner of Pure Air Conditioning. You might have seen our matte gray trucks with blue and white lettering on the road. Just know that in every truck you see, there's a certified technician who is trained to repair your system, not just sell you a system. As always, you can chat with us online at getpureair.com. Also, please join me every Saturday at 11:30 for the Get Pure Air radio show. I'll be talking about everything from air conditioning maintenance to troubleshooting tips.
This is Greg, owner of Tropical Generator. And when I started my generator business 17 years ago, I made it a priority to focus on reliability. Generators are a lot like fire extinguishers. Hopefully, you never have to use it. But when you do, it better perform flawlessly. There are a lot of competitors out there whose only goal is to separate you from your money. Whether the generator actually performs in an emergency, well, that's not really a concern. Instead of taking a big risk on a cheap fire extinguisher, call Tropical Generator today for a reliable generator system. I offer you 17 years of experience doing expert generator installations, a 4-year degree in electrical engineering, and the highest level Florida licenses in electrical and gas contracting. I also live in Fort Myers and have personally selected and trained every one of our employees. At Tropical Generator, we're big enough to help and small enough to care. Call today, 239-206-4509 or tropicalgenerator.com. That's 239-206-4509 or on the web at tropicalgenerator.com. License EC 13007873.
Rockstar Harley has secured 0% APR financing on all new Harley-Davidsons this week. Rockstar Harley has over 300 Harleys on site ready for immediate delivery. Finance experts on site to help get you approved. 0% APR on all new Harleys this week at Rockstar Harley. On credit and Sunday.
Why would someone take a chance on purchasing a frameless shower door from a big box store or an online discounter of an obscure brand, and then try and find a licensed, qualified installer to put it in, when you can deal directly with a local, family-owned business that consults, measures, manufactures, and installs their own award-winning brand of shower doors? My Shower Door is a family-owned and operated business and has the highest ratings on Angie's List and Home Advisor. Want to see more? Go to myshowerdoor.com.
With the Diamond District, you get the best of both worlds. Jason and Todd are wholesale diamond brokers selling to the public and jewelry stores across the country at wholesale prices. The Diamond District is also a retail store that you can visit every day and see the largest selection of GIA and Forevermark loose certified diamonds.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 6 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
Protests over another police shooting in Minnesota. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's hours after Brooklyn Center police shot a black 20-year-old fleeing an arrest at a traffic stop, shot as he drove away, then crashing.
Hundreds of protesters filling the streets and clashing with police. Officers started using flashbangs to clear the crowds. And demonstrators crowded around the police station, launching fireworks and throwing a trash can at riot officers. Police say shots were fired at the station. Luckily, no one was hurt. Officers used more tear gas after declaring an unlawful assembly. Soon after, people were seen looting several stores throughout the town.
Fox's Jackie Ibanez. The National Guard was activated and an overnight curfew was put in place. The third week of Derek Chauvin's trial starts today in Minneapolis. The fired officer charged with murder in George Floyd's much protested death last year. President Biden will push his more than $2 trillion infrastructure plan, meeting today with lawmakers from both parties, including skeptical Republicans like Senator Roger Wicker.
Where does the spending end?
Wicker also tells ABC's This Week he's against a corporate tax hike included in the plan. Israel is being accused by Iran of nuclear terrorism. Fox's Simon Owen has an update live.
Dave, Iran is accusing Israel and threatening revenge after an apparent attack on an Iranian nuclear facility. It seems something triggered a blackout yesterday at Iran's main plant for enriching uranium, Natanz. Israel hasn't commented, but Israeli media reports the damage was caused by an Israeli cyber attack and says the alleged sabotage operation may have set Iran's work at the site back by months. Iran says it will rebuild the facility with more advanced machines. Dave?
Simon, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin's in Israel meeting with Prime Minister Netanyahu, who is concerned about the U.S. rejoining the international nuclear deal. America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Johnston Spinal Care, the leader in spinal decompression. Find them online at 596back.com.
Wink News traffic.
Good Monday morning. The roadways are very slick out, so make sure to watch your following distance. Also delays building in Lehigh Acres east on Jaguar towards Columbus. Southbound delays on 29 to 82, as well as slowing traffic in Collier County on Green Boulevard, just to the west of Santa Barbara. To avoid this, you can stick to Pine Ridge Road. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Happy Monday, Southwest Florida. Watch out for some slick roadways this morning as we have had some rain overnight. The rain today will be spotty in nature with a few thunderstorms possible as temperatures will heat up into the mid to upper 80s, but clearing throughout the day. And guess what? As we head Tuesday and Wednesday, mostly sunny and hot with temperatures near 90 degrees. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Brittany Van Voorhees.
You don't have to feel distant. Come join the conversation.
I just want to say I love America because everyone gets a voice.
This is 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
I'm Harvey Massey. At Massey Services, we know every lawn is unique and requires customized care. That's why our environmental approach includes aeration, which allows water and nutrients to reach the roots of your lawn, as well as an irrigation program, which ensures proper coverage and reduces water waste. With Massey's Green Up program, you'll enjoy a healthy and a beautiful lawn year-round. That's Massey Services. Expect more and get it.
When the expected comes calling, bounce forward with Comcast Business, the network that can divide gig speeds to the most businesses. And bounce forward with the flexibility to update your bandwidth in just a few clicks. Be fast, be flexible, be ready for what's next. Go to ComcastBusiness.com to learn more.
Hey, this is Papa, reporting that we're still getting a lot of calls from homeowners who were told they needed a new re-roof after Irma. Most of these folks had a few broken tiles that are obsolete. Our company has 2 warehouses filled with the older obsolete tiles that have never been used. If you think that you may not need a new re-roof, but only need to replace some obsolete tile, please call me for our free tile roof inspection. We may be able to repair and seal your roof to make it look new and beautiful, a lot cheaper than replacing the entire roof. If you call me for our free inspection, we'll place you on our proactive list. And in the event of another hurricane, you won't have to go searching for a contractor because we will automatically call you to see if you need assistance. Let me show you how we can clean and seal and protect your roof, pavers, and pool decks. On behalf of my sons, Casey, Carrie, and Cody, call us at 945-2700. That's 945-2700, area code 239-945-2700. We're open 24/7, and you can call us right now for a free tile roof inspection. License number CCC 1326213.
Ladies, imagine if tomorrow you were on a beach in the Caribbean in your bikini. Okay, calm down. I get it. Your body's not bikini ready yet.
Well, good news. Kenzie Spa gets rid of stubborn fat fast with non-surgical cool sculpting. You'll also get a free customized weight loss program, a $1,000 value with every cool sculpting purchase. Get your bikini body and say farewell to fat forever. KenzieSpa.com. KENZI Spa.com.
Show your love for the environment and our community this Earth Day, April 22nd, by participating in Collier County's Reuse and Recycle event. From 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., you can bring hazardous products from around the house, things like paint, batteries, electronics, and prescription medications for environmentally safe disposal. You can bring paper for shredding and clothing and books for donation. This Recycle and Reuse event will be held at Naples Town Center in East Naples in the Goodwill parking lot at 3759 Tamiami Trail. You don't have to wait until Earth Day to show your love for the environment. Collier County's recycling centers are open Monday to Saturday from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Brought to you by Collier County Solid and Hazardous Waste Management Division, Operation Medicine Cabinet, Goodwill Industries of Florida, and Safeguard Shredding. For information, call 252-7575. That's 252-7575. Come celebrate Earth Day with us on April 22nd from 9 to 4.
Presented by Rocket Mortgage. When you need an expert to help navigate that home loan process, Rocket can.
Hi, this is Keith, the owner of Storm Shield Windows in North Fort Myers, and Storm Shield wants you to be prepared for the upcoming season. Global Weather Oscillations, an organization that predicts storms and hurricanes, has just been cited as the most accurate in storm forecasting by the media. Professor David Dilley, senior forecaster for Global Weather Oscillations, says that GWO's Climate Pulse technology model indicates that some regions of the United States have entered or will be entering the most dangerous hurricane landfall cycle in 70 years.
The experience with their product was great. We went through the storm. We didn't have to rush around and get plywood. We didn't have to put up shutters. It wasn't loud. It wasn't scary. There was no noise at all. We could see outside the whole time. We felt safe, and I just can't thank Storm Shield enough for the quality of their product and the peace of mind and security that it gave my family and me through the storm.
Enjoy the peace of mind, safety, and security that Storm Shield Hurricane Windows and Doors will add to your home. Call Storm Shield for a free in-home estimate today at 239-491-7000. 491-7002.
License number CGCA 60475.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We stream live, drewsteele.com. That is the website. Steele has 3 E's, drewsteele.com, where you can watch. You can listen on your phone, on your smart device, on your computer. It's all set up to be simple, basic, and straightforward. Nothing fancy. You can always go to Facebook and facebook.com/Drew Steele Radio. And right there as well, you can continue to watch. And I know a lot of you do. And so we appreciate that. All right. A busy morning, a lot to get to. Maybe possibly some updates on the Lee County School Board and what has been going on in the district with Equality Florida and being able to use restrooms, kids, boys going into girls' restrooms based on their gender and addressing kids by their proper pronouns and all of that was happening in the district where parents were like, I didn't know anything about that. Well, there's some updates on that and want to remind you that tomorrow in the morning there's going to be a school board meeting, and I would encourage each and every one of you, if you absolutely positively care about your kids in the district, if you positively care about your voice being heard, that you would show up tomorrow. We're going to talk about that more this morning because without you showing up, nothing's going to change if you care at all, if you do. And this is about you being a part of decisions that are made in the district. The districts work for you. The superintendent and the boards work for you, whether it's Colliers, Lee County, Charlotte, Glades, Hendry. It doesn't make a difference where you are. They work for you. It's not the other way around. And it's about time they understood that that's how this is set up. And so we're going to talk more about that. Also, a big, some would say a huge event taking place in Naples that we are presenting here in Southwest Florida. And I'm going to make this big announcement. I'm just going to wait a little bit, Jake, all right? So I just want people to get ready, because coming up in a few minutes, I'm going to make an announcement on an event that we are putting on that I promise you will not want to miss. It's an exclusive event. There are very limited seats to this event, and we're so excited to bring it to you, and I'll give you a tease on this. It has to do with the plot against the president. Oh, how's that, Jake? Is that a good tease? The plot against the president. Jake's like, that's enough of a tease for me. You can't see Jake right now because the camera's all in a weird place, as if it's different any other day. I know, it's a little strange today. It's an odd morning. You feel, I'm getting a vibe from Jake this morning that it was a tough weekend. Was it the weather last night? Was it these storms that blew through yesterday where you were thinking, where am I? Is it the middle of summer? What's going on here? What's happening with the lightning and the thunder overnight? How many people didn't get any sleep last night? How about you?
Yeah, my phone kept making weird noises talking about there was weather and
right, things beeping and blinking and and it was insane yesterday, some of the storms that rolled through. I haven't heard and seen lightning like that in a long time. It was crazy.
It did seem pretty rare.
Yeah, it was nutty. It felt a lot like summer. Like, man, just a blink of an eye, that's what we have to deal with. And then, the pooling of water in different places. All right, so hopefully you got past that and you're ready for a big day. Some of the stories that we're going to touch on: Pete Buttigieg. What?
Buttigieg.
Yeah, Pete Buttigieg admitting that he misled everybody on the infrastructure plan. So we're going to talk about that in the president's getting together. A bipartisan lawmaker event. They're going to talk about infrastructure. What does that mean? Are we going to have some compromise? What are we going to do here? It's all bad. Every drop of it. But we'll get to some of the audio coming up on that. The humorous double, tripling, and quadrupling down of CBS and 60 Minutes on Ron DeSantis. I just think it's so funny. Like, what are you doing? It's been how long now? Over a week. And 60 Minutes is like, no, we didn't do anything wrong. Everything is fine. Some viewers, including a retired newsman, applauded the story. A newsman said that we did the right thing. That's hysterical, right? No, they really did that. Oh, and by the way, YouTube also shut down Ron DeSantis, a video. It's a coronavirus roundtable. Now, let me let you understand something very clear, and it's this. Only the proper scientists get to talk about the vid. Only the ones that have been hand-chosen by the left, by the media, by the radicals in this country. They're the only one. I don't know if it's the radicals. I just throw that out because... But there are only certain people and only certain scientists that we're allowed to trust. If we don't put them on the list, I'm sorry, you're not allowed in. It's like a velvet rope if you were going to a fancy restaurant, or you're in South Beach in Miami and you're going to one of these velvet rope clubs as they used to have or still do. And it's like, are you on the list? Hold on a second. Are you one of our certified vid spokespeople? You know, like the Fouch or any of his. Oh, you're not? Oh, I'm sorry. No, you don't get to have a say in any of this. You know, if you're somebody who maybe has a degree, maybe somebody who has some knowledge scientifically of what has been going on with the vid, and it's different from what the CDC is saying. It doesn't make a difference if you're from Oxford or Stanford, which these people were, experts in the field. Doesn't matter. No. They shut you down. That's exactly what happened. So we're going to talk about that story coming up as well. And the biggest story to me of the month, maybe even the year. And what if I were to tell you that the COVID vaccination passports, taking this to a new level, where people were saying, be careful what you wish for. There's a slippery slope when it comes to the vid and these vaccine passports that people have been talking about. There's a slippery slope. You've got to be careful. Some outrageous things could happen, like choosing between life and death. And you look and you say, well, that's ridiculous. That is an outrage. How dare you say something like that? Are you suggesting that there may be life or death situations with COVID passports where some people would be chosen for life and some would be chosen to die? Like that's severe. Never happened. Until it did. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's not exaggerating. We're going to get to that story as well. All right, a busy morning. Okay, this is big. We are excited about this, and I just want to double check that if you go to 925foxnews.com, it's there. So let me just make sure that it is there, and the opportunity to do this is there this morning. And it is. Beautiful. Okay, that's what I was hoping for. So you may have been listening to this program when we were at CPAC. And we had Amanda Milius on with us. She's the director of the movie, The Plot Against the President, Lee Smith's great book, made into a movie, and really detailing everything from top to bottom, what happened with the Russia collusion hoax. The Plot Against the President. It is something that when you watch it, your jaw drops. You cannot believe all of this took place. Devin Nunes is a huge part of this, talks about the steps that were taken to find out more about the Russia collusion hoax and getting into the details. Kash Patel, you remember, we had him on. It was the first time that he was doing a radio interview. As a matter of fact, we were the first station that he did a radio interview with a player in The Plot Against the President. Just a quick story about that. As Nunes is investigating everything that is happening and all the players and the pieces, and he has to get more information and really dig on some things that he is discovering. He brings in Kash Patel, and Kash Patel is unbelievable. They're all patriots. They're all heroes. And discovering more information about the plot against the president and the Russian collusion hoax. And just an unbelievable movie. Well, we are going to have a special screening of The Plot Against the President at the Silver Spot Theater in Mercado in Naples, Thursday, April 29th at 5 p.m. Every ticket is a VIP meet and greet along with a Q&A session with Congressman Devin Nunes live, Kash Patel, Jack Langer, and the director of the movie, Amanda Milius. You can get your tickets right now if you go to 925foxnews.com. And I'm just telling you, we have a very, very limited amount of tickets. I promise you this event's going to sell out fast. And again, 925 Fox News presenting The Plot Against the President. We are going to screen the movie, showing at the Silver Spot Theater at the Mercado in Naples, Thursday, April 29th at 5 p.m. with a VIP and meet and greet and a Q&A session. So you get to ask the questions that you've been dying to ask about the plot against the president, the Russia collusion hoax, top to bottom, with Congressman Devin Nunes, who will be here in Southwest Florida. So Devin Nunes will be with us. Kash Patel will be with us. Jack Langer will be there. And Amanda Milius, the director of the movie. She worked for the Trump administration as well. So you can get your tickets, your exclusive tickets, by going to 925foxnews.com right now. Pick up your tickets, because I promise you it's going to be an event you do not want to miss. I don't know if anything has been done like this. I can't even remember the last time something was done like this, where you would have the players in the movie that would talk about specifically what was being shown, and then a Q&A. You get to ask the questions of Devin Nunes. You get to ask the questions of Kash Patel and Jack Langer It's going to be a great event. So we kind of talked about doing it at CPAC, and we were able to put it together. So we are excited. And again, it is limited seating, limited. So once it sells out, it sells out. So again, that is April 29th. Silver Spot at the Mercado in Naples. The Plot Against the President, a special screening. So you'll get a chance to check it out. And if you have questions for Congressman Devin Nunes, he will be here. All right, 239-479-5592. Let's take a break, Jake, because when we come back, man, we've got to dig into this. We'll talk more about Pete Buttigieg. Okay.
Buttigieg.
Yes, and what he said about turning back on the fact that creating 19 million jobs. Chris Wallace kind of called him out for that because it's really not 19 million jobs, but Pete Buttigieg doing what the left is doing right now, which is like, no, yeah, no, it's true. It's because it's 2 million jobs if we do it. That's 19 million. What? No, I'm not kidding. The language now that the left is pulling off is staggering. It's unbelievable what they're doing when it comes to what you thought you heard. No, it's actually what you heard. And up is down and left is right. And it's just it's kooky and crazy. But it's the left. It's what they do. So we'll have that and more coming up. Stay break 92.5 Fox News right all along. Let's find out what's happening with traffic right now. Here's Sabrina Katz.
Traffic is still up to speed in Estero on Corkscrew Road, making that commute to the interstate. However, Estero Parkway, just a tap on the brakes east of US 41. I-75 looks great right now, just lots of traffic making that southbound commute as well as wet roadways. Make sure you're watching that following distance. That's up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Watch out for some slick roadways this morning, Southwest Florida, as we are still tracking a few areas of spotty rain. Few thunderstorms are possible, but mainly this afternoon as temperatures reach the mid to upper 80s. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Brittany Van Voorhees.
92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
This Fox News Business Report is presented by Sargent's Integrated Pest Solutions Incorporated, providing organic and botanical pest control solutions since 2011.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report.
The chairman of the Federal Reserve says the U.S. economy is poised for an extended period of strong growth and hiring, despite some risk from the coronavirus. Chair Jerome Powell told CBS 60 Minutes that he doesn't expect to raise the Fed's benchmark interest rate this year, currently pegged at nearly zero. Powell also downplays the risk of higher inflation resulting from sharp increases in government spending and expanding budget deficits. President Biden calls it a win for American workers and the American auto industry. Two South Korean electric vehicle battery makers have settled a long-running trade dispute that will allow one of them to move ahead with plans to manufacture batteries in Georgia. The average U.S. price of regular gas holds steady at $2.94 a gallon. Bloomberg survey says pump prices will probably remain stable or drop as wholesale costs begin to decrease. Asian markets ended lower, U.S. stock futures lower overnight. And that's your Fox Business Report. I'm Sal Giangrasso, invested in you.
Finally, spring has arrived, and so have all new Untuckit styles. Check out our new wrinkle-free shirts that every guy needs as the weather warms up. And don't forget our famous polos, the official shirts of spring. Untuckit shirts are designed to be worn untucked and will look great as we get back to the things we've been missing, like dinner with friends, reuniting with family, going on vacations, and yes, even heading back to the office. Untuckit, shirts designed to be worn untucked. Use code TAKE20 for 20% off your first purchase at untuckit.com.
Before buttons, things were much harder, like starting an outboard motor. Come on. Or even treating sleep apnea. If you've tried CPAP but struggle to get a good night's sleep, relief can be as easy as a button with Inspire.
Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that works inside your body with just the click of a remote. No mask, no hose, just sleep. To learn more, visit InspireSleep.com. Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at InspireSleep.com.
Hello, Floridians. Today is a good day. Today is a good day to stay comfortable. Today is a good day to have your AC worries taken away. And it's a good day to get service backed by over 50 years of AC excellence. Oh, yes! So if you're having AC problems, get our $49 tune-up, including no breakdown guarantee, and Florida Cool Today will help you get the best from today.
Call today, cool today, FloridaCoolToday.com.
Carrier, turn to the experts.
Starting a small business requires strange tactics.
I started my business in the basement of a factory in 1986. There was no heat, no air conditioning, and I used blankets as my office walls. Instead of customers, my visitors were rats, birds, flies, and snakes, and I was broke. To psych myself up that I was going to succeed, I wore formal business attire and a tie to that lonely factory basement every day. Strange? Yeah, I looked like a goof. But I didn't care. I had my late model 1970s mustache to comfort me. Hi, I'm Mike Capel. Now, 30 years later, I still use strange business tactics, like making payroll simple and incredibly inexpensive for small businesses. Our payroll starts at just $10 a month. Go to patriotsoftware.com and enter promo code RADIO, and I'll give you 2 months of payroll processing free. That's patriotsoftware.com.
Hannity at 3 and Drive Home with Trey Radel at 5. Now, back to Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News. Now, back to Daybreak with Drew Steele.
CDC has announced that there is almost zero chance of getting COVID from surfaces. And with that, Americans never wash their hands again.
Oh boy, that would be bad. Look at Jake. Jake's like, yep, that's me. I can go back to not washing my hands. And the sign in the bathroom that says employees must wash hands when you're at a restaurant, and it's like, why are you putting? Everybody should be washing their hands. It's not just employees. It's like, hey, you. What they should do is they should have a sticker in the bathroom that says, hey, you, looking at me. Yeah, you, wash your hands. Whoever you are, I don't care if you're an employee or not. Wash your hands. But that's besides the point. All right. 239-479-5592. Yeah, Pete Buttigieg admitted something that a lot of people kind of figured was a flat-out lie. Millions and billions and quadrillions of jobs. Well, maybe not that many. It's more like, what was it? 19 million. Well, listen to this exchange with Chris Wallace. Here you go. Quickly, let's do a little Pete Buttigieg. Kind of getting caught in a lie.
All of you in the Biden administration have been selling this plan as a huge jobs creator. Here you are just last Sunday.
The American Jobs Plan is about a generational investment. It's going to create 19 million jobs, and we're talking about economic growth that's going to go on for years and years.
But it turns out the study you're citing from Moody's Analytics says the economy will add 16.3 million jobs without the infrastructure bill, and 2.7 million more with it. So it doesn't, as you said last Sunday, create 19 million jobs. Again, Secretary Buttigieg, why mislead folks?
Yeah.
Well, you're right. I should have been more precise. The 19 million jobs that will be created are more than the jobs that will be created if we don't do the plan. And it's very important to make this point.
No.
As you just showed us,
2 million more,
Moody's is
not
saying that
19
we will
million.
create 2.7 million. Yeah, exactly. It'll create 2.
Can't do it. Yeah, no, exactly. It's going to create 19 million. No, it's not going to create 19 million jobs. If we do it, it's only going to create 2 million. No, exactly. It's going to create 19 million jobs. This is where we are today, everybody. We are the left is spinning you into a cycle where you have no idea whether it's Monday, Tuesday, Friday, it's Thursday, it's raining, it's sunny. I don't know what it is. You don't have to know what it is. We're going to drive you crazy until you don't know anything. And that's part of the plan. And there's even more to that story coming up in just a few more minutes. Wait till you hear the other side of this, which is the question that people are asking. Is there really an issue with infrastructure in this country? We're told that there is, but has anybody actually dug in to find out whether or not there is or not? Well, somebody did, and we'll have that coming up in just a second. It's Daybreak, 92.5, Fox News, right all along, and more with our big presentation of the plot against the president with Devin Nunes live. We're going to talk about that coming up in just a little bit.
This is Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News.
Hey, it's Drew Steele. Look, the real estate market's hot right now, but for how long? Well, nobody really knows. If people don't catch up on their mortgage payments because of COVID, the market's going to get flooded with foreclosure inventory, and that's scary because your home's value could plummet. If you thought about selling your home, now is the time to do it, but you don't want to make any costly mistakes. That's why you need to get with Anthony Gomes from GomesBuysHomes.com. See, he's been buying, selling, brokering, and investing in real estate for 20 years. Mistakes in real estate, well, they can cost you tens of thousands of dollars. So Anthony's created a free value pack training It's going to reveal 3 secrets on how to sell your home fast and for top dollar in this crazy real estate market. It's free. It won't cost you anything. Just go to GomesBuysHomes.com now. There's no obligation. GomesBuysHomes.com now.
NCH Heart Institute is home to the most experienced and most dedicated team of physicians and nurses in Southwest Florida. Over the past 30 years, NCH Heart Institute has mastered the quality, the care, and the holistic patient experience that can only be found within a nationally ranked heart institute. Caring.
All right, good morning, everybody. Wanted to say hi, see who is here in the comments and reactions section, whether you're on DrewSteele.com, the website, whether you're on Facebook. Just want to say good morning and see who's watching, who's listening on this Monday. It's a weird day today. I don't know what's going on. There's a lot happening. I'm trying to compress a whole lot of brain into this morning, and it just feels weird. So if you just pop up into the comments and reactions so we can do our morning rundown of everybody who's here with us. Let's see. Gatorland, good morning, Gatorland. You're always first up. That's always awesome to see. Benjamin Conley, good morning, Benjamin. And Doug's ready for another great week of shows. Where? Oh, okay. No pressure. All right, Gary's here. Hiya. That's a very serious look you've got there, Gary, by the way, on your little your thumbnail there. Or your, what's that thing called again? Why am I missing? Hey, what's it called? Your Facebook, the little picture on your Facebook. What's that silly thing called again?
Your profile picture.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, your profile picture. I thought it was something else. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, Marcia with the cat with the mustache. Jimmy Bramlett. Good morning, Jimmy. Good to see you. Ken's always around. Good morning, Ken. Good to see you. Lady Catherine is here. Good morning. Addie's in Toledo, which is probably chilly in Toledo, right? Or not, maybe not. All right, just bought my. Did ya? All right, just bought a ticket. I mean, you may be the first. I don't know. Yeah, I know. There was some crazy lightning yesterday. It was shutting down all electronic devices, bringing the kids in. Yeah, it was nutty yesterday. It really was. Jane, good morning. Good to see you here. Donna's here. Good morning. Okay. Did we say hi to Laura? I don't know. Well, I did now. Good morning, Laura. Good to see you. Anne's here. All right, we appreciate you. Thank you. Good morning, Ed. Good to see you as well. Yeah, this is going to be a great event we're looking forward to, and hopefully you'll get your tickets. So yeah, Amanda Milius and Kash Patel, they were both on with us at CPAC, The Plot Against the President, the movie. So imagine now where you have Devin Nunes, who is one of the central figures in the movie. I mean, there's a lot of people in the movie, Seb Gorka and John Solomon, and there's a ton of people in the movie all talking about the plot against the president and the Russia collusion hoax. And just imagine now you get to ask Devin Nunes anything you want to ask. So Devin Nunes, Kash Patel, Amanda Milius, Jack Langer, all in the movie, and now we'll be there with us after it's done, a private screening. And again, there's not a whole lot of tickets. It's a very, very limited amount of tickets, but every one of them is VIP, which is really cool. At Silver Spot. So we hope to see you guys there. Get your tickets. Don't wait. Good morning from the bakery. Oh, I got to stop eating baked goods. My wife is baking again, and that means my big belly. What does that mean, Judy? I'm not really sure what that means, but okay. Good morning, Toby. From Kansas City, KC. And that's right. Uncle Ted's going to be at Seed to Table today. Dawn of MAGA. Is it Dawn of MAGA, like the dawn of MAGA, or is it like Dawn of MAGA? All right, that's right. Uncle Ted Nugent, will be at Seed to Table tonight, so that'll be fun. All right, stand by. More coming up in a minute.
Treat the root of the problem. Please don't think there are no other options. You can overcome problems from sciatica, stenosis, neuropathy, bulging degenerative discs, or scoliosis. Non-surgical spinal decompression can change your life. Think of how much happier you'd be without pain. This Medicare-friendly treatment combines science and technology to offer a state-of-the-art, non-surgical procedure that is remarkably effective. We always offer a free telephone consultation and free x-rays to see if you're a candidate for spinal decompression. Johnston Spinal Care. We're here for you. Call 596-BACK. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
Struggling with CPAP? Now there's Inspire, the only Struggling with CPAP? Now there's Inspire, the only FDA-approved obstructive sleep apnea treatment that works inside the body to treat the root cause of sleep apnea with just the click of a button. No mask, no hose, just sleep. Visit InspireSleep.com to learn more.
Rockstar Harley has secured 0% APR financing on all new Harley-Davidsons this week. Rockstar Harley has over 300 Harleys on site ready for immediate delivery. Finance experts on site to help get you approved. 0% APR on all new Harleys this week at Rockstar Harley. On credit ends Sunday.
You probably know Lusk, Dray Sites, and Talisano for car accidents and other personal injury matters. But did you know they have attorneys who specialize in many other areas of the law? Whether you're in need of creating or updating your will and testament, or need advice about divorce or child custody, they have an attorney for you. And unlike the all-too-familiar competitors, at Lusk, Dray Sites, and Talisano, you'll be meeting directly with the attorney handling your matter, not some coordinator or case manager looking to increase their numbers. Lusk, Dray Sites, and Talisano. They've been serving you for over 35 years. Have a family law question? Are you seeking a divorce or have child custody issues you need resolved? Do you need assistance with dividing property? At Lusk, Dray Sites, and Talisano, their attorneys can walk you through this difficult process as the needed advocate to protect your legal rights. They've been here for you in the past, they're here today, and will be here for you tomorrow. LDTlaw.com. Offices Cape Coral, Fort Myers, Naples.
This is Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News, 239-479-5592, the talk and text line. We stream live. DrewSteele.com is the website. Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you being there, watching at DrewSteele.com. If you want to go to Facebook, Facebook.com/Drew Steele Radio as well. I think we're still on YouTube as well at Drew Steele Radio. Hey, we're all over the place. That's fine. We appreciate you watching. Do want to remind you again, get your tickets now. We announced the event just a little while ago, and this is going to be a big, some would say huge event, but it is limited seating. We are presenting a Southwest Florida private screening of the political documentary called The Plot Against the President. It's based on a best-selling book by Lee Smith. It's the true story of the biggest political scandal in U.S. history. You know what it is, the Russia collusion hoax, the biggest political scandal. And here's what we're doing. We are going to screen the movie at Silver Spot, that is in Naples at Mercado, 5 p.m. on Thursday, April 29th, 5 p.m. Every ticket is not only VIP, but meet and greet. And we're going to do a Q&A with Congressman Devin Nunes, who will be here. Kash Patel, who will be here as well. Amanda Milius is the director of the movie, along with Jack Langer. All of us together will be doing a Q&A after the movie is done, but a VIP as well before. There's going to be cash bar and food. It's going to be an awesome time. But like I said, a very limited amount of seating is available. So if you want to come to see it, The Plot Against the President, and the VIP and Q&A with Congressman Devin Nunes, along with Kash Patel and Jack Langer and Amanda Milius, and do the Q&A afterwards as well. Whatever questions you have ever had about the biggest scandal in political scandal in U.S. history, the Russia collusion hoax against President Trump, you will be able to ask those questions. Thursday, April 29th, 5 p.m., Silver Spot Cinema. That is in Naples at Mercado. And we look forward to, if you want tickets, you go to 925foxnews.com. Go to 925foxnews.com and you can grab your tickets right now. But again, seating is limited. Do not wait. All right. I mentioned this earlier on Fox News, and Chris Wallace, along with Pete Buttigieg, who is telling everybody, 19 million jobs. Except when Chris Wallace was saying, but hold on a second.
It turns out the study you're citing from Moody's Analytics says the economy will add 16.3 million jobs without the infrastructure bill and 2.7 million more with it. So it doesn't, as you said last Sunday, create 19 million jobs. Again, Secretary Buttigieg, why mislead folks?
All right, so it's only creating 2 million if you do it. It's creating 16 million if you don't. So why mislead people?
Well, you're right. I should have been more precise. The 19 million jobs that'll be created are more than the jobs that'll be created if we don't do the plan. And it's very important to make this point. As you just showed us,
2 million more,
Moody's is
not
saying that
19
we will
million.
create 2.7 million. Yeah, exactly. It'll create 2.7 million more jobs than if we don't do it. And that's very important because
I can't even go on because it's just like spinning in circles. It's like, no, the 19 million is happening. No, that's only 2 million. Yeah, I know, but the 19 million, right? It's going to be 19 million, but it's 2 million. Yeah, but because this is what the left has figured out what to do. Up is down, down is up, right is wrong. This is how they destroy a country. By having you spinning in circles and not even believing anything anymore. You don't know what to believe. And I brought this up last week before we finished the program on Friday. And I thought this was fascinating, not only because it was in the Washington Post, not only because it was a lefty that was writing this opinion piece, but it does speak volumes to something that we're not doing enough in this country. And I'll say it, and you may not like to hear it, but I'll say it. We didn't do it with President Trump. We didn't do it with Joe Biden. We didn't do it with Barack Obama. We didn't do it with, fill in the blank. It feels like we never do this. Not only as a country, but especially as conservatives and Republicans. There's a difference. Not every Republican is a conservative, everybody. Are we really asking the question about infrastructure? Like, is it really crumbling? We've been told over and over again, infrastructure is crumbling in the United States. But is it? And here's an opinion piece. No, America's infrastructure is not crumbling. In the Washington Post by a left-leaning writer, Charles Lane, who asked the question, no, it's not crumbling. So why are we accepting this? 3.8 million square miles, 94,000 miles of shoreline, 12,000 miles of commercially navigable inland waterways. It soars from 282 feet below sea level in Death Valley to 20,000 feet above at Mount Denali. You've got this vast and varied territory, and you look at all of these things, 615,000 bridges, 440,000 miles of freight railroad, 300 ports on the coast, 500 commercial airports. Miraculous. As these engineering marvels are, it would be even more amazing if some U.S. infrastructure, like the Boston to Washington passenger rail corridor, the up to 10 million homes that still get their water through lead pipes or Texas's electrical grid, didn't need expensive modernization or replacement. Yet the task before us is not to rescue a neglected, crumbling system, as Biden put it, while announcing $2 trillion in this jobs plan in rare agreement with his predecessor, Trump, who pitched his own infrastructure bill without success by talking about tiles falling from the ceiling of New York City's tunnels. Listen, Donald Trump talks about it. Billions of dollars needed in infrastructure, not trillions, but billions. Joe Biden, everybody's talked about it. Right, shovel-ready jobs from who else? Right, we all know that. The talk of infrastructure has been here forever. The real challenge is to take what is, by any reasonable measure, the best or nearly the best infrastructure in the world and to sustain improvements that have already been occurring in recent years. Biden warned that U.S. infrastructure is ranked 13th in the world as if it was shameful to outscore 90% of the 141 economies analyzed in the 2019 World Economic Forum. In fact, 13th place represents an upward shift of about 10 spots and still underrates the U.S. Of the 12 economies The WEF ranked ahead of the United States in 2019. 3, Singapore, Hong Kong, and the United Arab Emirates are tiny coastal city-states. It's patently spurious to compare their infrastructure challenges with those of the United States. The article goes on, and I won't bore you with all the details, although it's not boring, it's interesting, but it goes through every country, where we stand, everything that has been talked about when it comes to infrastructure in this country. The comparisons to places like Singapore and Hong Kong and the UAE, when you come to find out in places like in some of these countries that supposedly are ahead of us in infrastructure, there's only one airport and there's like 3 major roadway systems. Of course they're in better shape because they have less to deal with. There's one airport to fix. If it's broke, you fix it because it's the only one. In other words, if you actually study and find out, are we really crumbling? Are things really that bad in this country? You come to find out that we do not have a crumbling infrastructure. As a matter of fact, what he's saying is our infrastructure is fundamentally sound. Impressively, not surprisingly, given that governments at all spend billions of dollars and have spent in the past to keep it up. We've been doing it. We've been doing the modernization. We've been fixing places like LaGuardia and bridges connecting Detroit to Windsor, Ontario, and places, and even the overhaul of I-4. Have you been down I-4 lately? Have you been in Central Florida? Have you been down I-4 in the $1 billion overhaul that we all know about, where there are roads going all over the place, and you're trying to get maybe downtown from Central Florida in the Universal Disney area, and you're heading downtown, and you see the road work that's going on. It's huge. It's not like we're not doing it now. We are. Now, the reason why he writes the article is he's just saying that we shouldn't waste the money on infrastructure because it's getting done. We could save those trillions of dollars and spend them on more lefty projects. So he has an agenda. So don't get me wrong. It's not like the Washington Post and Charles Lane and this opinion piece all of a sudden came to this epiphany. It was like, hey, everything's fine. No, it's not like that. It's a leftist that's writing in the Washington Post. There's an agenda. And the agenda is we should be spending it on other left-leaning radical projects and saving the money, because in this case, infrastructure is not needed the same way that we've been talking about over and over again, whether it's during the Trump administration or the Obama administration, that really our infrastructure is okay. I just thought it was interesting because we've never asked that question. How many of you have? And how many times do we just trust the rhetoric? Roads and bridges, we need to fix the roads. Do we need to fix them? When you actually study, you find out that they're being fixed, that we're doing it, that we do spend money on infrastructure in this country, that we're doing pretty well. And when you hear about 13th around the world, and then you start to eliminate some of the countries that only have one airport and 3 major highways to fix, and some other things, when you actually crunch the numbers, you come to realize we're more like 3rd. According to this article, you start to read it, and it's like, well, hold on a second. We're not that bad, are we? We're not really in that bad a shape. But for some reason, we just trust it. And we just have to be careful, because oftentimes, even Republicans get swept up in the talk. It just sounds so good. We should be, and we care about roads and bridges, and we care about planes and trains and automobiles. Oh my. And we care about the environment and climate change. Yeah, we care too. We want to spend, we're going to spend money. We need to spend $8 gajillion. No, that's way too much. As Republicans, we want to spend $6 gajillion on the climate. We're just as do you see where I'm going? What ends up happening, you get swept into this. Republicans get swept into it. The narrative. Not if it's true or not. Nobody ever checked. It's just the narrative. And the next thing you know it's... Right? What's that old joke where... I'm trying to think of that old joke, and you've probably seen it or heard it a million times on sitcoms or whatever, when you're trying to convince somebody that you've got an an iPhone that is more special. I'm just using an iPhone as an example. A phone that's it's incredibly special. It's better than any other phone, and I think you should pay $16,000 for it. It's like, no, I'm not spending any more than $100 on the phone. It's like, oh, you got to be kidding me. It's at least $500. I wouldn't go any higher than $150. All right, sold. Knowing that the phone doesn't work. And the $150 is $150 more than its value, which is $0. You've just talked somebody into it. 239-479-5592. I just watch those things, trying to be worried about that. Not worried, just careful, keeping an eye on it. Yeah, I heard that Biden's going to get together today with bipartisan lawmakers on infrastructure. Great. Can't wait. What they're going to come up with. As we know what it is and what it is not. It's not even about infrastructure in particular. It's all about the wish list. And so we just have to be watchful of that. All right, 239-479-5592. All right, yeah, we should probably get ready to go to a break. I definitely want to talk more about the governor and some of the things that happened with him over the weekend, 60 Minutes. Quadrupling down on the 60-minute hit job against the governor. You got to be kidding me. After YouTube decided that it was going to remove his video, DeSantis' coronavirus roundtable, labeling it misinformation. Why would they do that? And why would they take it down? And was it misinformation? Oh, wait till you find out. And then the biggest story of possibly the whole year, horror on St. Vincent. What if I were to tell you, Jake, are you ready for this? Jake didn't hear this yet, but I'm going to tease it like this. What if I were to tell you that you've got a volcano that erupted on the island of St. Vincent? You've got 40,000 people on that island. I'm sorry, 20,000 people that have been forced out of their homes. Cruise ships are picking them up. Choking. People choking on gases and dust and all the things that are in the air. Volcanic ash are choking. And you're not allowed to get off the island unless you're vaccinated. What if I were to tell you that, everybody? If that's not the biggest story of the day, I don't know what is. We'll talk about it coming up. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. Right all along, DrewSteele.com is the website if you want to watch. Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate it. Sabrina Katz has your traffic.
Traffic is still up to speed in Estero on Corkscrew Road, making that commute to the interstate. However, Estero Parkway, just a tap on the brakes east of US 41. I-75 looks great right now. Just lots of traffic making that southbound commute as well as wet roadways. Make sure you're watching that following distance. That's you up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News next.
Wink Weather Authority.
Watch out for some slick roadways this morning, Southwest Florida, as we are still tracking a few areas of spotty rain. Few thunderstorms are possible, but mainly this afternoon as temperatures reach the mid to upper 80s. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Brittany Van Voorhees.
New study out there, man-made global warming is going to kill off barley crops in 34 different regions worldwide. That means beer shortages, skyrocketing beer prices. And there's even worse news than that. Oxford University professor Peter Frankopan predicts that global temperatures are going to rise more than 2.7 degrees because the international community will not meet the goals of the Paris Agreement. And we all know whose fault that will be. The result? Why, my friends, terrible things for mankind and womankind and perhaps even tranny-kind. The world's permafrost will melt. And that'll unleash ancient bacteria and other biological agents that have been frozen for thousands of years. The thawed-out bacteria will reawaken the Black Death, also known as the plague. The recycled Black Death plague will kill millions. And they'll die thirsty because there won't be any beer. White male college students, hardest hit. In that sense, it might be sweet justice. White male college students gets shortage of beer while the rest of us die. The left thinks that's fair.
Save more money. One way to accomplish that, switch your cell phone service to Pure Talk. When you and your family make the switch from AT&T or Verizon or T-Mobile to Pure Talk, You could save more than $800 a year, and you don't have to sacrifice coverage in making the move. Pure Talk is on the same network as one of those big carriers at just half the cost. Get unlimited talk, text, and 6 gigs of data for just $30 a month. And if you go over on data usage, they do not charge you for it. Grab your mobile phone, dial pound 250 and say Pure Talk. When you do, you'll save 50% off your first month. Again, dial pound 250 and say the keyword Pure Talk. Pure Talk will help you make that an easy switch. Pure Talk is simply smarter wireless, and you'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dialed text from Pure Talk.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
Dan Martineau from D.R. Martineau Roofing. For 30 years, we have been offering the best warranties in the industry. Remember, D.R. Martineau Roofing. Integrity, knowledge, service. Just Google DRM Roofing.
License number CCC 1326954.
For professional roofing, the name you need to know is D.R. Martineau.
This is Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Two 479-5592, the talk and text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com. That is the website. Steele has 3 E's. Also, you can go to Facebook at Drew Steele Radio as well if you want to watch. I can't see. I have no call screen. The call, yeah, because the call, it's not your fault, Jake. It's, let's see if something pops up. Wait, I can't see the, it just popped up for a second. You want to just tell me in my ear who's on the phone and we can go to that call real fast? All right, Kevin. Kevin's in Fort Myers. Hey, Kevin, how are you?
Hey, Drew. First of all, great program. Always enjoy it. But I think the only thing that's really crumbling out there is the relationship between the labor unions and the Democrats. This is their way of trying to rekindle that relationship again, because you know where this $2 trillion is going to go.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's a great point. That is part of it, no doubt. And certainly when on the heels of what we're starting to see a lot of right now, which is not only teachers unions and how this administration plays up to the teachers unions about getting kids back in school, understanding what the vid is and is not, right? You have the money that's going to go to a lot of these unions and who's going to be paid off when it comes to the infrastructure deal and even through the line, all of the different people that will be paid off. But now, when we come to find out, and thanks for the call, Kevin, I appreciate it. First of its kind call, more than 100 top corporate leaders on Saturday focused on how to respond to changes in state voting laws. American Airlines, United, Atlanta Falcons, Levi Strauss, Walmart, CBS, LinkedIn, Twitter, AMC Theaters, how they're going to respond. You realize what's going on here? We'll update you on that coming up.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
With PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Mike Capel here, serial entrepreneur. While starting my first of 5 successful businesses, I foolishly did my own accounting. I stuck the more difficult tax forms in a drawer for later, which caused the tax man to cometh. That little mistake took an entire team of accountants weeks to prevent the tax man from clubbing me. Moral of this story? Use Patriot's accounting software because it's easy, and tell your accountant to use the same accounting software you use. Then, if the tax man cometh, you'll be the one holding the club. Go to PatriotSoftware.com. Use promo code RADIO and get 2 months of accounting software free. That's PatriotSoftware.com.
PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Hey, so my good friends at Amco Bonita Springs, look, they're looking to hire a technician. And I've been talking about these guys for years now, right? Southwest Florida's come to know them as a great auto repair shop. as well as a solid hometown conservative. And look, if you're looking for a great place to work, or if you might know someone that you can refer to them, why not reach out to AMCO of Bonita Springs? Great conservatives. 239-992-2626. That's 992-2626. And while we're talking about auto repair, always keep in mind that you can count on Kevin and Todd and the rest of the team when it comes to your repairs on any regular maintenance that you may need. These guys have been around since 2008. So give a call, 239-992-2626. And if you're a technician or know of one looking for a great place to work, be sure to mention you heard about it right here on 92.5 Fox News.
If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference. Brought to you by Smokey Bear, the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council. Learn more at smokeybear.com.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 7 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
An angry night in a city near Minneapolis. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's in Brooklyn Center. Police using flashbangs and tear gas on protesters hours after a black man was shot and killed fleeing an arrest at a traffic stop. Fox's Mike Tobin was in the middle of the unrest last night.
You have the row of police officers in their riot gear. They do have their gas masks on, truncheons at the ready. They also have a tactical vehicle with them from the sheriff's department. There have been hundreds and hundreds of protesters out here, but their numbers have decreased dramatically because the police deployed a bunch of smoke here, and that ran all the demonstrators off.
Some stores were also looted. The town of Windsor, Virginia has fired a police officer accused of pepper spraying a black Army officer and pointing a gun at him at a December traffic stop. There's been a surge in COVID cases in several Midwest states lately, including Michigan. Governor Gretchen Whitmer tells CBS Face the Nation they need more vaccine doses.
What's happening in Michigan today could be what's happening in other states tomorrow, and so it's on all of us to recognize we can squash where we're seeing hot spots.
There's also been a surge in several other countries, but in Britain, they're celebrating today. Fox's Simon Owens live in London.
Dave, pubs, restaurants, hairdressers, gyms and shops can all reopen in England today. A 3-month coronavirus lockdown is being relaxed. Some pubs opened on the stroke of midnight, the moment the rules were lifted.
Sociable again, isn't it? That's the thing, because we've all missed it, but I know we've had to, and we're still going to be sensible, we hope, because we don't want another lockdown.
The catch is pubs and restaurants can only serve outdoors for now, but despite chilly weather here, many are planning meals and drinks. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson is urging people to behave responsibly. Dave?
Simon, President Biden will gather today with lawmakers from both parties pushing his $2+ trillion infrastructure plan. Republicans called too big with a tax hike they oppose. America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Lee Auto Group. Find your perfect vehicle at lee-cars.com.
Wink News Traffic.
Traffic is still up to speed in Estero on Corkscrew Road, making that commute to the interstate. However, Estero Parkway, just a tap on the brakes east of US 41. I-75 looks great right now, just lots of traffic making that southbound commute as well as wet roadways. Make sure you're watching that following distance. That's you up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News next.
Wink Weather Authority.
Happy Monday, Southwest Florida. Watch out for some slick roadways this morning as we have had some rain overnight. The rain today will be spotty in nature with a few thunderstorms possible as temperatures will heat up into the mid to upper 80s, but clearing throughout the day. And guess what? As we head Tuesday and Wednesday, mostly sunny and hot with temperatures near 90 degrees. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Brittany Van Voorhees.
Drive the lefties at work crazy with the facts. Get up to speed mornings with Drew Steele. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Hi, I'm Kyle Lee with Lee Auto Group. We sell more low-mileage cars and trucks than anyone in Southwest Florida because we have more. Over 300 vehicles in stock with locations in Fort Myers and Tampa. See for yourself at lee-cars.com.
Lee Auto Group is looking for quality pre-owned vehicles. Let them make your buying or selling experience easy and safe. Contact Lee Auto Group at 239-288-7374 or visit lee-cars.com.
Don't forget the dash.
Brad McDaniel here, the second generation of Kenmark Air. Kenmark Air is celebrating 25 years of professional, honest, and top-rated service in Southwest Florida. To celebrate, Kenmark Air has its own branded air conditioning system, the K. McDaniel Series, named after our father, Ken McDaniel. The K. McDaniel Series is a completely coated outside system with storm protection, and for a limited time, we're offering 25% off qualifying high-efficient K. McDaniel systems. Call today for a free in-home estimate, 239-437-7040, and online at kenmarkair.com. License number CAC 057163.
Hi, doctor.
So how are you feeling?
With Millennium Physician Group's telehealth service, MPG Connect, be seen by your Millennium healthcare provider in the comfort of your home from your computer, smartphone, or tablet. So good to see you. Call your Millennium doctor's office or 844-CALL-MPG to request a virtual visit with the care team who knows you best.
I'll talk to you soon.
Millennium's telehealth service, MPG Connect. Your doctor, your device, your connection to a healthier life.
I'm Mark Anajar from the law offices of Anajar & Levine. Unfortunately, many drivers in Florida do not carry liability insurance or have limits of insurance that are insufficient to cover your injuries. Uninsured motorist is valuable coverage that you can purchase to protect you in those instances. Call the law offices of Anajar & Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
Office in Fort Myers, Naples.
I'm Harvey Massey. Think about this for a moment. Pest control involves applying pesticides inside your home, whether needed or not. At Massey Services, we just don't do that. We prevent pests from getting inside your home so we won't have to control them later. Why settle for pest control when you can trust Massey's pest prevention? It's guaranteed or your money back. Massey Services. Expect more and get it.
Sometimes in business, the unexpected comes calling. From rent increases to increased orders to, I'm gonna say it, unprecedented times. But don't bounce back. Bounce forward with Comcast Business. Bounce forward with fast, reliable internet on the network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses and gives you the flexibility to update your bandwidth in just a few clicks. Be fast, be flexible, be ready for what's next, and bounce forward with Comcast Business. Help your business bounce forward with this amazing offer. Get started with a powerful and reliable internet and voice solution from Comcast Business, starting at just $35 each a month for 24 months for 2 years when you buy both. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com today to find out more. Restrictions apply. Limited to new Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and one voice mobility customers. Early termination fee applies. Enrollment in EcoBill and autopay required. Call for details.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steve.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. 239-479-5592, the talk and text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com. That is the website, Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching. If you go to Facebook at Drew Steele Radio, I think even YouTube, it's there at Drew Steele Radio. That is fine. You can watch wherever you like, whatever's convenient for you. We do appreciate it. All right. Coming up this morning, once again, why are 100-plus corporations getting together with a plot to oppose election security measures? 100 corporate leaders meeting to plot their opposition to voter integrity laws across the country? Following false statements made by far-left activists and top politicians like Joe Biden. American Airlines, United Airlines, Levi Strauss, Walmart, Viacom, CBS, LinkedIn, Twitter, AMC Theaters, and others invited to this leftist event. What are they doing? What's going on here? Why are they getting involved? And the answer is quite simple, but we'll get into more detail. And it's the shift that's happening here. If you thought that the left in this country cares about the little guy, no, they don't. They care about these multinational corporations, these huge corporate conglomerates that are going to control the narrative and by default destroy what we know about the middle class, what we know about patriotism, what we know about the American dream. It's crushing all of it. There is a set of elites out there, everybody. And when the left likes to scream about elites and elitism and it's all Republicans and they care about the big companies, big corporations, it's clearly not the case, is it? It's clearly now the left and corporations together in bed to destroy you, the working class. And this shift that's going now, the working class that was supposedly on the left, it's the left, it's the Democrats that care about the little guy. Yeah, not so much. Who does care about the little guy anymore? So we'll talk about that in just a second. And also, in my opinion, one of the biggest stories that is out there, cannot believe it. Only people who are vaccinated can evacuate on cruise ships off of the island known as St. Vincent in the Eastern Caribbean. This fear of many that this vaccine passport could be morphed into something that we can't even imagine. That there would be winners and losers to the degree that we would be talking life and death. And it's not exaggeration. Oh, it's conspiracy theory. There he goes. It's a conspiracy theorist. Oh, you probably love QAnon. I don't even know what it is. Neither do you. You're probably one of those people. No. Where's your tinfoil hat? No. Don't do it. Because it's happening. How many times have people talked about slippery slopes with COVID passports? And it's happening now. This story should put an end to anybody talking that way. All right, that's coming up. Again, 239-479-5592. DrewSteele.com is the website if you want to watch. Some updates hopefully coming up this morning. We talked about it last week at length about the Lee County School District superintendent and the back and forth and voting unanimously, did they, to this Equality Florida policies that I guess teachers and staff are going to have to follow and will be followed in schools all across Lee County and probably at a school near you. Gender identity, boys want to go in a girl's bathroom. If that's how they identify as a girl, then by all means, there they go. Did you know this was policy? The talking to of teachers to students by their proper pronouns. If they're a boy, but they identify as a girl, you have to use the proper pronoun. I wonder what happens if you don't. Would you like to take a guess? And other things with Equality Florida that people were pushing against here in Lee County. It's not only what the parents want here in Southwest Florida, but didn't even have a voice to say anything about this until tomorrow when the school board, I guess, will bring this up. There's a meeting tomorrow. I don't know if the school board's bringing it up or not. I heard that this will be part of the discussion. Doesn't matter if it is or is not. Needs to be a part of the discussion. And if you care about your kids in schools here in Southwest Florida, you will be there at the school board meeting tomorrow morning. You will make it there. If you're somebody who cares about decisions that are being made by others as opposed to the decisions that parents make, that we make, that grandparents make, that family members make, and we decide what we want to do in our families, and then we explain what we want to see out of a school board who then does what we tell them we want them to do because they work for us, as opposed to the other way around. I don't know how that ended up turning around, but that's something that's going to have to be discussed. And you can do that tomorrow at the Lee County School Board meeting. I'll have more details on that coming up. All right, let's get to this. First things first. I briefly brought this up before the break. We heard about this. 100-plus corporate leaders meet to plot opposition to election security measures. How all of a sudden corporations now, why all of a sudden corporations are starting to come out of the woodwork and decide that the leaders of these corporations, these multinational corporations, want to have a say, almost as if, even if they are doing this, making their voices heard, that they don't care what half the country thinks. They don't care, for example, when it comes to Donald Trump, what 70-plus million people who voted for him care. They just don't. Why would multinational corporations do this? It's almost like they hate capitalism. Well, is that part of it? I mean, certainly if you have an administration who is allowing you to speak out against these things, because ultimately that administration, that radical far left, the media helping along the way, will help to create more growth for these corporations, thereby destroying the little guy, you, the small corporations, the small businesses, you, the working class, and being in control more of the working class, you, then they're all about it. And it may be the first time that politically they see an opening to be very open about who they are and what they're about. It may be the first time for a long time that they feel like they can do this without any kind of pushback from an administration, where they can openly call out and tell everybody who they've been and who they are. And it is interesting what's happening with corporations and elites in this country. You know, I was reading an article over the weekend and talking to a friend about this, and about how if you look at the history of this country, you look at capitalism, you look at the free market, you look at patriots, you look at patriotism, you look at the American dream, you look at the middle class. We don't have elites in this country, if you will, corporations, multinational, large corporations in this country, Twitter, Facebook. You can go to some other big companies, clearly American Airlines, United, and others. We don't have leadership in these areas that feel the need to come together as we have in the past. It's something interesting that's been happening. And it was made mention to me that what's happening with the elites in this country, corporations, the rich, the big, the multi-millionaire, rich elite class in this country, is that throughout our history, whether it's the Revolutionary War to the Civil War to World War II, we've never had companies and corporations so far away from the people as we do now. And what do I mean by that? That we've always had companies and corporations who are on our side, close in our communities. And when it came to patriotism and the love for the country and unifying and coming together, we always had a generation that was willing to do that and be part of that. If it was the Revolutionary War to the Civil War, you think about World War II, you think about the greatest generation. You think about how companies, organizations, communities came together to fight in unison, and how 40 some odd years have gone by and more. And where's the fight? Where's the unity? If anything, we're being divided more and more each day. And we have a generation of, I guess you could say, elitist leadership in corporations that don't live that way and haven't lived that way and haven't needed to. As a matter of fact, it's quite the opposite. They look to divide. Why? Because that middle class doesn't interest them. What interests them is being on top with an administration that is feeding into this elitism, into this wealth, and destroying everything below it because they can control it if it's destroyed. No middle class, and the separation of the two clearly means that you have control over a population. And I wonder if that's true. Where's the unity in this country? What are we unifying together on? What issues? Can you name one anymore? We used to be able to. And when we were able to unify and see what or who the enemy truly was, it always came back to patriotism, love for country, and being in community together. And right now we're not. And that's just something to look at and think about. When you hear about all these companies who all of a sudden are like, yeah, I'm interested in talking about how we can help to, straighten things out in this country when it comes to, the issues of voter integrity. When every single one of them knows what it is and is not in Georgia, knows who's affected in Georgia and who isn't. They know the facts. It's no mystery. But they're running with the narrative. Why? Because clearly they have an administration that doesn't have a problem with them doing it. And looking to get control over you. 239-479-5592. So we have that story. And then when we come back, I also want to talk about a little more about the vid, and certainly about this horrific story on St. Vincent, And if you ever thought there was a COVID passport slippery slope, we've hit it head on. It's an awful story. I can't believe it. And you'll hear, if you think I'm lying about this, CBS reported on it over the weekend. And you'll hear the audio of how awful this is. Picking and choosing winners and losers in life and death? Are you kidding? I wish I was. And I'm not being dramatic. You'll see for yourself. Plus, a huge event that we have coming up April 29th, The Plot Against the President, a Southwest Florida private screening. Limited tickets available. You can see The Plot Against the President, movie based on the best-selling book by Lee Smith, the true story of the biggest political scandal in U.S. history, with every ticket, VIP and Q&A, with Congressman Devin Nunes, Kash Patel, Jack Langer, and the director of the movie, Amanda Milius. We'll give you details on how you can get those tickets coming up. It's Daybreak 92.5, Fox News, right all along with traffic. Here's Sabrina Katz.
A crash at Griffin Drive in State Road 82 with reports of roadblock on 82 is delaying traffic. Southbound delays on Griffin, so heading into Gateway, just stick to Gateway Boulevard. We also have a crash at 41 in Daniels, a quarter mile of bumper-to-bumper traffic heading south on 41. Same deal heading west on Daniels. If you're heading out of the Cape, Midpoint Bridge is slowing down to 27 miles per hour into Fort Myers. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Watch out for some slick roadways this morning, Southwest Florida, as we are still tracking a few areas of spotty rain. A few thunderstorms are possible, but mainly this afternoon as temperatures reach the mid to upper 80s. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Brittany Van Voorhees.
Get more than what the internet tells you. Get up to speed on The Drive with Trey Radel. Weekdays 5 to 7. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
NCH Heart Institute is home to the most experienced and most dedicated team of physicians and nurses in Southwest Florida. Over the past 30 years, NCH Heart Institute has mastered the quality, the care, and the holistic patient experience that can only be found within a nationally ranked heart institute. Caring for a patient, mind, heart, and body. That's the cornerstone of our critical care team, which ranks in the top 2% of all hospitals in America. NCH Heart Institute, at the heart of what matters most.
Nothing runs like a... I need something I can depend on. I need a Kubota.
At Florida Coast Equipment, we have equipment you can depend on. We have the best deals in town for Kubota tractors, mowers, utility vehicles, and Kubota construction equipment. Our family has been Florida's premier Kubota dealership for over 30 years. Whether you're buying, renting, or simply need your Kubota service, come on over to Florida Coast Equipment in Naples. Equipment you can depend on at a price you'll love. Florida Coast Equipment, we've got you covered.
By now, you've heard all of our ads. America's largest injury law firm. But what does that really mean for our clients, for you? It means that when you hire us, you don't just get a lawyer, you get a legal army, almost 800 lawyers alone. Your case is a big deal to us. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Ladies, imagine if tomorrow you were on a beach in the Caribbean in your bikini. Okay, calm down. I get it. Your body's not bikini ready yet.
Well, good news. Kenzie Spa gets rid of stubborn fat fast with non-surgical cool sculpting. You'll also get a free customized weight loss program, $1,000 value with every cool sculpting purchase. Get your bikini body and say farewell to fat forever. KenzieSpa.com. KENZI Spa.com.
This is Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News. Now, back to Daybreak with Drew Steele.
There is a new champion at the Masters. Japan's Hideki Matsuyama. And now, Augusta National returns to rich guys. Stinking up the course.
Did you guys see a Callaway One zoom through here?
We'll see you next year at the Masters.
I'm going to take my mulligan on that one.
All right, so the Masters is over. We have a new champion, and that's what they're saying. Now everybody goes back to playing really awful there on the course. Hey, I guess it's true, right? every course they'll have, the players champion or the masters champion, or they'll do some kind of championship where they have these amazing players that will play. Even in Southwest Florida, they'll do something here in Naples or wherever, and they'll have all these amazing players, and they'll come in and be like, woo, and then some guy goes on. And then the next day after everything's over, somebody goes on the course, and it's like, that's the biggest divot I ever seen. What do we do with that? Put some water in it. Maybe we'll plant something in it. I don't know. I don't know what they say, and I don't really know. That's terrible. But that's a mighty big divot right there. Do you even know what a divot is? You have no idea what a... You know what a divot is?
When you miss the ball and you make a hole in the ground?
Well, you don't necessarily, but you can make a divot. Apparently with golf, you can make a divot. Making a divot is not a bad thing all the time. It's not because you hacked and missed it, because it's the way you hit the shot, and you can hit a divot. You just have to replace it. Otherwise, it would be giant. It would look like giant holes all over the course. So you have to either replace the divot, or you put some. They got this fancy sand you put in the hole there, and it grows the grass back or something.
What?
I don't know. It's magic. I don't even know if I'm right.
Look at golf in general as magic.
It is. I'm telling you. Somebody was really thinking that day, what do you want to do? Somebody back in how long in golf?
Over.
It's like, what was it, back in Ireland or England? Where did they start?
Ireland.
Yeah. I'm tired of drinking. What do you want to do today? I don't know. Let's hit a ball around with a really tiny stick. Trying to make it go.
Hit that rock.
I don't really. There's got to be a. It doesn't go that far back. Would you say?
Moody would know.
Who would?
Moody.
He does. He knows all this stuff. It's a little inside baseball. Now Jake is talking inside baseball as if we're not on the air right now. We're on the air, right? You see the red lights? Okay. 239-479-5592. Let's talk about other things that are even less important. I just noticed this. Did you hear that apparently The Rock is teasing a White House run? You know who The Rock is? The actor The Rock?
Stick to acting. Buddy.
This is weird. It came from the Daily Wire, and I just want to mention this real fast before we go to break. The Rock again teases White House run after shocking poll. This seems like clickbait to me, everybody. Not sure our founding fathers ever envisioned a 6'4", balding, tattooed, half black, half Samoan, tequila drinking, pickup truck driving, fanny pack wearing guy joining their club. And it's a shocking poll done by, the poll was done by People Say, PIPLSAY, the website, People Say. You ever heard of that website? Neither have I. No. They said half the 30,000 people surveyed would support his candidacy. And then 29% wanted Matthew McConaughey, and 17% wanted them together. And I don't know. And then there was Oprah and Tom Hanks. And then they go through all these actors, right?
They realize that these people are actors, right?
Well, that's not even, to me, that's not even the point. I mean, you can go through actors and people that should be. But if you actually go to the website itself, Hollywood celebs as politicians, what do Americans think of it? So the poll and everything was done among people who were talking about who they would like to see if an actor were to run. It's not like this political scientific poll of politics and throwing politicians. It was just actors. So what? Let them run.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
Imagine replacing your old kitchen with the kitchen of your dreams. Brand new custom-made cabinet doors. Drawer fronts, hand-finished by true craftsmen. Designer hardware, new hinges, and everything installed beautifully in less than a week, start to finish. Expensive? No. To the contrary, with refacing by Cornerstone, you'll save so much, we should really talk about your master bathroom, too. Go for wow. Go for Cornerstone.
A refreshing swim in your pool shouldn't be interrupted by cloudy water, a broken heater, or faulty equipment. Healthy Pools of Southwest Florida keeps your oasis ready to enjoy every day. Their experts complete a 20-point checklist at each visit, keeping your pool healthy and protecting your investment. Relax knowing your pool is in good hands. Call 239-425-0300 right now and receive your first month free. That's 239-425-0300 or healthypoolsSWFL.com. Healthy Pools is a forgotten country company.
With the Diamond District, you get the best of both worlds. Jason and Todd are wholesale diamond brokers selling to the public and jewelry stores across the country at wholesale prices. The Diamond District is also a retail store that you can visit every day and see the largest selection of GIA and Forevermark loose certified diamonds.
Dial *2020
Friends, I care.
Trey Rado, your host of The Drive here. Stop waking up and not being able to see the alarm clock. Stop messing around with contacts and glasses. Go see Dr. Jonathan Franz and his team today. They are experts at designing the right solution for you with the latest technology. I had my LASIK procedure done with them. It changed my life. So whether it's LASIK or the SMILE procedure, which is like LASIK but with a smaller incision, virtually no dry eye syndrome at all, maybe even Vizient ICL. It's a replaceable lens and a reversible procedure, which gives you the peace of mind that you're looking for. France Eye Care offers it all. Right now, through the end of Memorial Day week, France Eye Care is offering all veterans, active and retired, $1,000 off the laser vision correction procedure right for your eyes. Don't compromise. Give France Eye Care a call today. Dial ** 2020 on your mobile phone.
France Eye Care.
Hello, Floridians. Today is a good day. Today is a good day to stay comfortable. Today is a good day to have your AC worries taken away. And it's a good day to get service backed by over 50 years of AC excellence.
Oh, yes.
So if you're having AC issues, get a new Carrier system and save up to $2,000 in rebates, plus 6 months no payments. And Florida Cool Today will help you get the best from today.
Call today, cool today, FloridaCoolToday.com.
Carrier, turn to the experts.
Rockstar Harley has secured 0% APR financing on all new Harley-Davidsons this week. Rockstar Harley has over 300 Harleys on site ready for immediate delivery. Finance experts on site to help get you approved. 0% APR on all new Harleys this week at Rockstar Harley. On credit ends Sunday.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Police in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota say the department's lobby glass doors were shattered by a bullet during protests over the police shooting of a 20-year-old black man yesterday.
It all started with a traffic stop yesterday afternoon. Officers say they tried to bring a man into custody after learning he had an outstanding warrant. The suspect tried to get back in his vehicle and was shot by the officer doing the stop. The man was still able to drive off, but soon crashed into another car. He was declared dead at the scene.
Fox's Jackie Ibanez. President Biden meets with Democrats and Republicans in Congress today about his American Jobs Plan.
Mississippi GOP Senator Roger Wicker says on ABC's This Week, if the president truly wants to negotiate,
I think we can get somewhere.
President Biden says he's willing to listen to reason, but not doing anything to improve infrastructure is not an option.
Fox's Gernal Scott. America's listening to Fox News.
This break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Wink News Traffic.
A crash at Griffin Drive in State Road 82 with reports of roadblock on 82 is delaying traffic. Southbound delays on Griffin, so heading into Gateway, just stick to Gateway Boulevard. We also have a crash at 41 in Daniels, a quarter mile of bumper-to-bumper traffic heading south on 41. Same deal heading west on Daniels. If you're heading out of the Cape, Midpoint Bridge is slowing down to 27 miles per hour into Fort Myers. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Happy Monday, Southwest Florida. Watch out for some slick roadways this morning as we have had some rain overnight. The rain today will be spotty in nature with a few thunderstorms possible as temperatures will heat up into the mid to upper 80s, but clearing throughout the day. And guess what? As we head Tuesday and Wednesday, mostly sunny and hot with temperatures near 90 degrees. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Brittany Van Voorhees.
Southwest Florida's place to talk about
coronavirus. It's on the police.
Everything.
Give me liberty or give me COVID-19.
92.5 Fox News.
Searching everywhere for great prices on appliances? No, you're not, because you have better things to do. Besides, Good Deals has it for less, and they have plenty of items in stock despite shortages everywhere else. Remember, Good Deals guarantees the lowest price on everything they sell. Find a lower price anywhere, and Jay will beat it, guaranteed. Visit one of the showrooms in Fort Myers, Naples, and Cape Coral, or shop online at GoodDealsAppliances.com.
Good Deals Appliances. Have we got a deal for you?
License number CCC 1332557.
You have hundreds of roofers to choose from, but at Crown Roofing, we think we're the only choice in Charlotte, Lee, and Collier counties. Crown Roofing, the highest quality roofs with competitive pricing. Looking to re-roof, repair, or get roof maintenance on your home? Count on Crown for superior craftsmanship and peace of mind. Florida's most trusted roofer, and satisfaction is our goal. Get Crown on it today. Call 855-CROWN55 or online at crownroofing.com.
Hi, this is Earl Ron. I'm the president of New South Window Solutions. What I'd like people to understand about our company is what's unique about us. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. We go out of our way to make it easy. If you're thinking about buying new windows, consider New South. And don't even think about hiring a middleman until you see what our factory can do for you. New South windows are made in Florida, for Florida homes, by Florida workers.
Going on now, save 35% off factory direct windows and doors. Call 1-800-NEW-WINDOWS.
Hey guys, there is some important news that all men should take very seriously. Your prostate health. Are you urinating more frequently? Are you waking up at night to urinate? Are you sick and tired of prostate pills that just don't work? Sound familiar? If you are one of the millions of men with prostate problems that are driving you nuts, there is some great news. Prostagenics is the all-natural product that beat over 157 other prostate supplements in lab tests and was rated the #1 most powerful prostate supplement in the world. #1, because it works. So why not try some Prostagenics, and your prostate troubles will be a thing of the past. You'll get a great night's sleep and stop waking up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom. To get your free bottle of Prostagenics, call now, 800-600-2020. That's 1-800-600-2020. Take advantage of our 90-day money-back guarantee. Call 800-600-2020. Do it now.
Where do designers store their clients' furniture when doing an estate home remodel? Rice's Moving and Transport in Naples, with over 10,000 square feet of air-conditioned storage space. Designers use Rice's Moving and Transport for one reason: trust. They know Rice's Moving team will pad wrap and inspect all articles carefully, then securely store them. Contractors use Rice's during a remodel to store customers' personal items too. Upon completion, everything is then returned to your home, completely unpacked and carefully reassembled. Another important point to consider when selecting a mover is this: only a handful of moving companies actually follow all the laws. Many moving companies simply pay employees in cash. This creates an issue for you as they are not insured. If there's an accident, you're responsible. So if you're planning a whole home or condo remodel, or need help moving and storing your treasured furniture and valuables, trust Rice's Moving and Transport, fully licensed and insured for your peace of mind. Rice'sMoving.net, moving you into the future.
This is State Representative Spencer Roach with your Week 6 legislative update from the state capitol in Tallahassee. This week was budget week in the state capitol, and we fulfilled our constitutional duty by passing a balanced budget of just over $97 billion. The Florida Senate budget came in at $95 billion, so we have about a $2 billion divide that we're going to have to work out between the two chambers. And of course, the governor still has line item veto power once we send the budget to his desk. Some of the highlights: we appropriated $3 million to strengthen our elections process against cyber attacks, $665 million for Everglades restoration and related water projects, and a new funding stream of $18 million to help improve Florida's foster care system. We also drafted a plan to replenish our unemployment compensation fund without raising taxes on small businesses. This is State Representative Spencer Roach. Thank you for listening, because this is your government and we work for you. Sponsored by Friends of Spencer Roach, Post Office Box 3179, North Fort Myers, Florida, 33918.
This is Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News. My name is Drew Steele. His name is Jake the Millennial. He's sitting over there. I'm sitting over here. It's a good thing because we're COVID friendly. And there's even glass that's protecting us, and masks and ventilation, and there's all kinds of, I don't know why I bothered to even. 239-479-5592 that I mentioned. DrewSteele.com. That's what I wanted to mention. The website. Steele has 3 E's. Go there to watch. We do appreciate it. If you're on Facebook, that's fine as well, at Drew Steele Radio. The governor, Ron DeSantis, still being attacked. Yes, still being attacked. It's 2022, everybody. We do understand that, right? That the attacks against Governor DeSantis, because of the success in the state and the fact that he's a possible 2024 candidate for president and running in 2022, and nothing more that anyone would like to see on the left and the media, whether it's local, state, or national, then to ding this governor, they're going to continue to do it, and we continue to hear about it. And even 60 Minutes, who for some reason, they just can't get over him. You thought Trump was bad. Now you've got DeSantis. So apparently, with Donald Trump out of the picture, the new I can't get over you. I can't break up with you. I can't that kind of creepy thing where you break up with somebody and then you still want to call them and you still I still want to be your friend. Can we go hang out? No, we broke up. No, I still want to hang out. Like, that's the media with Donald Trump. They don't want to give up. They just keep going back. And now I guess Governor DeSantis, that's what it is, because 60 Minutes is like, for the millionth time, they don't want to drop it. We weren't lying, we were telling the truth. We're doubling, tripling, and quadrupling down on the vaccine story we did about the, Publix in the state of Florida, right?
In the mail this week, comments on our story about disparities in the distribution of COVID-19 vaccine in Palm Beach County, Florida.
Okay. I doubt that their mailbox was probably filled with, they had one, and probably the person that was talking about it was like, hey, can you talk about anything else except DeSantis?
Viewers focused on an exchange with Florida Governor Ron DeSantis at a press conference. Some viewers, including a retired newsman, applauded the story. Ron DeSantis will continue to deny, refute, call your reporting a witch hunt. I can only hope that you continue to investigate and expose the truth.
I'm sorry. So they're going to keep doing it? Is that what they're going to do? And may I remind you of this nugget.
Some viewers, including a retired newsman, applauded the story.
Jake, and a retired newsman was the one who sent the email. Who was like, I applaud you. I'm a retired newsman. Now, I don't want you to think that I have any bias or anything, but I'm a retired newsman from a newsroom, and I'm retired. And I really want you to say my name and maybe give me a job, and I don't know, anything. Yeah, whatever. They can't. The worst Ron DeSantis story from over the weekend is YouTube. Did you hear about this? YouTube has clear policies around COVID-19 medical misinformation to support the health and safety of their users. They removed AIER's video. This is a group that got together with the governor to talk about COVID and policies. And they decided that it included content that contradicts the consensus of local and global health authorities. So we're taking it down. What did they talk about? They had people from Stanford and Oxford and epidemiologists. They had people who truly understand what is going on with the vid in studying this, but they're not the scientists like Fauci. They're not the experts, I'm
not the expert.
I didn't ask you. But no, they're not the experts that we have chosen. We have dubbed the only experts that are allowed to talk about the vid. No. They were these other ones that I don't know who these people are. I just told you they're from Oxford and Stanford. And so they were questioning the need for children to wear masks in school. Based on a transcript provided by YouTube, it appears that participants ran afoul of the platform standards when DeSantis asked whether children in schools should be wearing masks. And one of the doctors, Martin Cullors, replied that children should not wear face masks. No, they don't need to. They don't need it for their own protection, and they don't need it for protecting other people either. Less than a minute later, Jay Bhattacharya chimed in, another doctor on the panel, and saying that mask wearing is developmentally inappropriate, and it just doesn't help on the disease spread. You're not allowed to say that. You're not allowed to put that in there. And even the doctor, Bhattacharya, was saying it was a violation of free expression and standards of scientific conduct. In other words, if we don't like what you're saying, we're going to pull it down, and that's what YouTube did. And Stephen Miller was making the point that they still have the 60 Minutes official YouTube channel that talks about how Anthony Fauci said there's no reason to be walking around wearing a mask back in March of 2020, if you remember that. But, it's the right scientists, it's the right doctors. Those are the ones that we care about. And the Fauci and others have decided who that is and is not. And, the big tech comes along and decides whether or not what you're saying is something that should be heard. And especially if it's a roundtable with the governor, DeSantis, who's been successful here in the state with regards to not locking people down, not taking away liberties and freedoms from individuals. Can't have that, and we got to figure out a way to make them look bad. When you want to talk about looking bad, this may be the biggest story of the weekend, if not the week, if not the month, if not the year, in my opinion. And I'd love to see what you think about this. Vid passports, COVID passports. What do you think about that? If you're vaccinated, you can travel. You like the idea? Do you like the idea that only the vaccinated will be able to travel, shop, restaurants, that kind of thing? It's been discussed time and time again. It's what we have to do. We got to get people vaccinated, and the only way to get people vaccinated is to allow them liberty and freedoms that only the government can give you. I can't even, it's hard to even say it with a straight face. That's not what the government should be doing, but that's what they want to do, right? Decide the winners and the losers. And so there have been many, many people who have been worried about these vid passports. Many states, including this very state, where the governor said, no, we are absolutely positively not going to do it in an executive order. We will not have COVID passports in the state of Florida. Texas doing the same thing, and other states joining along and saying, governors who care about liberty and freedom and care about that kind of thing and saying, no, we're not going to do COVID passports. We're not going to have winners and losers and pick them based on vaccinations. We're just not doing it. It's not going to happen. And there have been people who have said, well, what's it going to do? You can do that all you want, but there's still going to be people who are going to say, you can't come into my restaurant unless you're masked. You can't come into my restaurant unless you're vaxxed. And besides, there's no slippery slope here. It can't get to the point where it would be life or death. Now you're getting dramatic. Don't do it. Don't get to the point where you start getting to this place where you're telling people that unless you get vaccinated, we're going to, you can make a choice as to whether or not somebody's life or death decision will be made on a vaccination. It's an absolute outrage that you would say anything like that.
Breaking news.
A bombshell.
Oh, here's a breaking news bombshell right here. And it's a real one. It happened. So for those that said no slippery slope, guess what, everybody?
In the mail this week, comments on our story about despair.
That's not it. Here's the story. Listen to this from CBS over the weekend about St. Vincent, the island in the Caribbean. A volcano erupts. Volcanic ash in the air, choking people out. We've got to get people off the island. Listen to this.
Nearly 20,000 people are out of their homes on the Caribbean island of St. Vincent after the first volcanic eruption there in more than 40 years. The volcano sent a thick cloud of smoke 20,000 feet into the sky, spewing ash for miles. Cruise ships are evacuating people from the island, but only those vaccinated against COVID.
Excuse me?
Cruise ships are evacuating people from the island, but only those vaccinated against COVID.
Wait. If you're on an island and I want you to follow this. This is surreal. Are you following this? I'm not making this story up. Imagine if this was fiction. And I'm making the story up out of whole cloth. Let's make believe there's an island and there's 20,000 people on the island and a volcano goes off. And now there's ash, volcanic ash in the air. People can barely breathe. They've got to evacuate the island. It's dangerous. People's lives are at stake. And a boat shows up and says, only the ones who are vaccinated get to leave and save their lives. Everybody else, you just have to stay. If I made the story up, you would say that is one sick plot. Am I right? Am I crazy?
Gilligan Island.
episode.
It's worse than Gilligan's. At least with Gilligan's Island, they were having fun, and they had a girl with a pretty dress, which I don't know how she did the makeup and the dress all the time. And there's a lot of other questions about the professor and how he was able to do some of the other things. And now there's like there was all kinds of crazy stuff going on Gilligan's Island, but you never worried about a volcanic eruption and then deciding whether or not it's like Dawn versus Ginger. Which one of them gets to leave because which one's prettier? I mean, are we really going to do that? This is sick. This is what they did. This is what they're doing. So when people say, oh, there's a slippery slope. No. We would never have any life or death situations. We wouldn't do that. Guess what? It just happened. They just did it. So no thanks if you're talking about COVID passports and those that are being able to choose. This is sick. And this should be talked about more today. And I hope it will be. Chief medical officer would be identifying the persons already vaccinated so they can get them on the ship. So they would leave people that weren't on the island to do what? How are they going to get vaccinated? How are they going to get vaccinated in time? Even if they got vaccinated now, it's going to take a couple of weeks before they're going to be able to. Do you see how crazy this is? So spare us if you're talking about doing anything like COVID passports or whatever we might see. It's stories like this that not only have people outraged, but ultimately, when Fauci and others are saying some of the things that I'm hearing about, where was that story? I think it was Breitbart who had the story this morning, right? They were saying that now Fauci is saying it's not clear that vaccinations are containing the spread. It's still not okay to eat or drink indoors, even if you're vaccinated. Sorry, we have to get everybody vaccinated. It doesn't look like the vaccine's working. What, really? It just keeps going. No, thanks. You live life in margin. You live life with risk. You decide what your risk is in this life, no matter what the risk is and no matter where it's coming from. And then you decide how you live your life. Thank you very much, freedom and liberty. I'll decide. I'll decide for my family. We'll decide together. 239-479-5592. Can you believe that story? All right, Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. We do have? Yeah? Oh, okay. Caller number 9 right now at 239-479-5592. And I am told by Jake the Millennial that he's jealous once again because this is available and he can't win. The 9th caller will play Drew's College and win a $100 gift certificate from Kenzie Med Spa and Wellness Center. They are located on 6th Avenue South in Naples. KenzieSpa.com is the website. It's good for skincare, facials, Botox, chemical peels, cool sculpting, weight loss treatments, all the things that Jake desperately needs, but he doesn't get to win. But you do. Right now, call the number 9 at 239-479-5592. 9th caller will win and get to play Drew's College next on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along with traffic. Here's Sabrina Katz.
A crash at State Road 31 and Palm Beach Boulevard is delaying traffic southbound on 31 for almost a mile. Traffic is bumper to bumper. So south of Bayshore Road, you always have I-75 as a better option. Now, if you're heading out towards Colonial Boulevard, not the best thing to do right now west of 82 to get to the interstate. We're at a creep and crawl. Daniels Parkway is slow as well, but still quicker than Colonial. Also, a crash at Bonita Beach Road in Oakland is delaying traffic slightly as you're heading east of Livingston towards the interstate. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News. Next.
Wink Weather Authority.
Watch out for some slick roadways this morning, Southwest Florida, as we are still tracking a few areas of spotty rain. Few thunderstorms are possible, but mainly this afternoon as temperatures reach the mid to upper 80s. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Brittany Van Voorhees.
This is Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
The real estate market is really hot right now, but for how long? I'm Anthony Gomes from GomesBuysHomes.com. You've heard Drew Steele talk about me on his show. If you're thinking about selling, now is the time. You can get a full market value offer on your home as fast as 24 hours without you having to do repairs, and you pick the closing date. Book your free, no pressure, no obligation consultation now at GomesBuysHomes.com. That's GomesBuysHomes.com.
After a car accident, you can feel like you've lost control.
I'm Glenn Levine from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. Our team can help you understand your legal options after an accident. We will file your claim and fight for the full compensation you deserve. If you've been involved in a car accident, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
Offices Fort Myers and Naples.
Pandemic, market drops, elections. Don't let the noise and fear distract you. Where do you go for clarity in uncertain times? I'm Alfie Townsend, Southwest Florida's financial planner. For experience, advice on planning for retirement, visit savingtheinvestor.com.
Want to make your home a more comfortable place but don't think you can afford a top brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. When you turn to your Carrier expert, they'll show you our full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems and help you pick the one that best fits into your home budget. Because in this economy, who couldn't use a little more comfort? Carrier. Turn to the experts.
Visit Accurate Comfort Services online at AccurateComfortServices.com today. License number CMC 057023.
Is foot pain making your life miserable? The Good Feet store specializes in foot pain relief. Call 552-FEET or visit us at the Good Feet store in Naples or our newest location in Fort Myers. Or stop in for a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
Attention, class. It's time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge.
It's Drew's College.
All right, let's go to Tracy. Tracy's in Fort Myers. Hey, Tracy.
Hey there.
Hey there. Hi there. You're as welcome as can be. It's Drew's College of Political Knowledge for questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We're going to see if you earn a PhD. Are you ready to go, Tracy?
I suppose so.
Don't sound so confident. All right, your associate's degree starts right now. All right, do you know who won the nomination for the Democrat Party to run for President of the United States in the year 2012? 2012. Who won the nomination for the Democrat Party to run for president in 2012?
Obama?
Yeah, that is correct. That is kind of tricky, but not really. Yes, it was Obama. That is correct. All right, you got a associate's to see if you get a bachelor's degree on this question. The highest court in the United States is?
Supreme Court.
Yeah, that is correct. All right, you got a bachelor's. We'll see if you get a master's degree on this question. Who preceded Ronald Reagan as president of the United States? Preceded.
George H.W. Bush?
No, that's Jimmy Carter. Before Reagan was Jimmy Carter. All right, well, let's see if you get a bachelor's degree on this very question. Here it is. It's kind of tough, but I think you could do this. Listen carefully, because it's just, well, the succession in order here. 1945, FDR on this date died in Warm Springs, Georgia. So who was the president after FDR? Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, so who ends up taking over? Who is that? 1945, FDR passes away, and the next president of the United States is... Think about it. You can do it. Come on.
I'm glad you're confident. Oh.
I am.
Give me a hint.
They had a show named after him.
Truman?
That's it! I was like a half joke. It was like get a Truman show, but it really okay. Never mind. Yes, Harry Truman. That's right. All right, that was a weird way of get you to answer that. Sorry about that. All right. Anyway, you got yourself a master's degree today on Drew's College. Very impressive. And you know what else, Tracy? You got yourself a $100 gift certificate to Kenzie Med Spa and Wellness Center, 6th Avenue South in Naples, and skincare, facials, Botox, chemical peels, cool sculpting, weight loss treatments. Who knows what you'll do with that gift certificate to Kenzie Med Spa and Wellness Center? So congratulations. Okay.
Sweet, thanks.
It is sweet, and you are as well. Stay right there, okay?
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you. There she is. All right, coming up, we've got a big event that we were talking about doing at CPAC, and now it is going to happen. The Plot Against the President, based on the best-selling book by Lee Smith. A chance for you to see the movie, and more than that, we've got VIP and more. Wait till you hear what's going on with this that we're going to present to you coming up.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
This is an urgent message for all Lee County residents. The Lee County School District has adopted radical progressive gender policies that encourage boys and girls bathrooms and girls in the boys' locker rooms. The school district is telling our children as young as 5 years old they can use the bathroom of their choice regardless of their biological gender. The Lee County School Board quietly approved these radical policies with very little to no public input. Now it's time to be heard. Call the Lee County School District today at 239-334-1102 and tell them to repeal this policy immediately, and attend the school board meeting on Tuesday, April 13th at 6 p.m. to let them know that you do not want boys and girls sharing locker rooms and bathrooms. Call the school district today at 239-334-1102 and ask to talk to your school board member. That's 239-334-1102 to tell them to repeal these progressive policies immediately, and go to the school board meeting on Tuesday, April 13th at 6 p.m. Sponsored by Families for Freedom and Fairness, 1375 Jackson Street, Suite 202, Fort Myers, Florida.
Hello, Floridians. Today is a good day. Today is a good day to stay comfortable. Today is a good day to have your AC worries taken away. And it's a good day to get service backed by over 50 years of AC excellence.
Oh, yes.
So if you're having AC problems, get our $49 tune-up, including no breakdown guarantee, and Florida Cool Today will help you get the best from today.
Call today, cool today, FloridaCoolToday.com.
Carrier, turn to the experts.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 8 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
A new police protest in Minnesota. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. On the eve of the third week of fired officer Derek Chauvin's murder trial and George Floyd's death in Minneapolis, hundreds took to the streets in Brooklyn's center, a suburb. Some threw rocks at police, who fired back with tear gas. Stores were also looted in the anger over a black man's death at a traffic stop yesterday.
Police say they pulled the driver over for an outstanding warrant, and as they took the driver into custody, he somehow re-entered the car, and that's when things turned deadly. An officer shot the driver. The car traveled a few blocks before hitting another car. The driver died at the scene, and a female passenger was taken into a local hospital for non-life-threatening injuries.
That's Minnie Hicks with Fox 9 TV. President Biden will be selling his infrastructure plan today, meeting with lawmakers from both parties, but Republicans may not be buying it. Fox's Tanya J. Powers has more live.
Today, the president continues the push for his $2.3 trillion infrastructure package. GOP members don't like the idea of using a corporate tax hike to pay for it, and Mississippi Republican Senator Roger Wicker balked at the price tag on ABC's This Week.
This $1 trillion number is way too high for me.
Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg said on Fox News Sunday that the plan is popular among voters.
We don't have a lot of work to do to persuade the American people that U.S. infrastructure needs major improvement. The American people already know it.
The White House underscoring it with state numbers on the dire shape of roads, bridges, the power grid, and affordable housing. Dave.
Tanya, Iran is accusing Israel of nuclear terrorism and threatening revenge, blaming Israel for a blackout over the weekend at Iran's main uranium enrichment facility. Israeli media has been reporting a cyber attack caused damage, setting Iran's progress back months. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin is in Israel for talks. America's listening to Fox News.
Wink News Traffic.
For almost a mile, traffic is bumper to bumper. So south of Bayshore Road, you always have I-75 as a better option. Now, if you're heading out towards Colonial Boulevard, not the best thing to do right now. West of 82 to get to the interstate, we're at a creep and crawl. Daniels Parkway is slow as well, but still quicker than Colonial. Also, a crash up Bonita Beach Road in Oakland is delaying traffic slightly as you're heading east of Livingston towards the interstate. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Happy Monday, Southwest Florida. Watch out for some slick roadways this morning as we have had some rain overnight. The rain today will be spotty in nature with a few thunderstorms possible as temperatures will heat up into the mid to upper 80s, but clearing throughout the day. And guess what? As we head Tuesday and Wednesday, mostly sunny and hot with temperatures near 90 degrees. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Brittany Van Voorhees.
From smartphones and TVs to desktops, laptops, and tablets.
Every audio device in this hemisphere.
All you have to do is tell your smart device to play 92.5 Fox News.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window.
New South is Florida's factory direct window company. We manufacture, install, and guarantee your windows for life. One company, one call. Our replacement windows are made to better enhance the energy efficiency of your home and stand up to Florida weather. New South Window, home of the ultimate Florida window for you. Made in Florida, for Florida homes, by Florida workers, because we know Florida weather.
Going on now. Save 35% off factory direct windows and doors. Call 1-800-NEW-WINDOWS.
You look tired.
Up all night. Leaky faucet.
Did you call?
Don't need to call someone for a faucet. I'm a real man. I have tools.
So...
Tried twisting it, banging it, squirting stuff on it.
Yeah, the usual methods.
Oh, can't sleep at night. It's worse than torture. It's deliberately trying to ruin my life.
Dave.
And the last thing I'll hear as I descend into a chaotic breakdown is one more agonizing... Gah!
Dave! So what's the best case scenario?
Best case? Okay, I make one call, someone comes out today, fixes the faucet. Life gets back to normal.
That's best?
Well, yeah, but...
That's best. Best Home Services. They always have 4 plumbing trucks standing by waiting for last-minute calls.
4 trucks?
They even have a doohickey to fix that drip.
Wish I had a doohickey.
GetBest.com. When something goes wrong, we're waiting.
They come out for something that small?
Or you could just get used to it.
This is an urgent message for all Lee County residents. The Lee County School District has adopted radical progressive gender policies that encourage boys and girls bathrooms and girls in the boys' locker rooms. The school district is telling our children as young as 5 years old they can use the bathroom of their choice regardless of their biological gender. The Lee County School Board quietly approved these radical policies with very little to no public input. Now it's time to be heard. Call the Lee County School District today at 239-334-1102 and tell them to repeal this policy immediately, and attend the school board meeting on Tuesday, April 13th at 6 p.m. to let them know that you do not want boys and girls sharing locker rooms and bathrooms. Call the school district today at 239-334-1102 and ask to talk to your school board member. That's 239-334-1102 to tell them to repeal these progressive policies immediately, and go to the school board meeting on Tuesday, April 13th at 6 p.m. Sponsored by Families for Freedom and Fairness, 1375 Jackson Street, Suite 202, Fort Myers, Florida.
Hey, this is Papa, reporting that we're still getting a lot of calls from homeowners who were told they needed a new re-roof after Irma. Most of these folks had a few broken tiles that are obsolete. Our company has 2 warehouses filled with the older obsolete tiles that have never been used. If you think that you may not need a new re-roof, but only need to replace some obsolete tile, please call me for our free tile roof inspection. We may be able to repair and seal your roof to make it look new and beautiful, a lot cheaper than replacing the entire roof. If you call me for our free inspection, we'll place you on our proactive list, and in the event of another hurricane, you won't have to go searching for a contractor because we will automatically call you to see if you need assistance. Let me show you how we can clean and seal and protect your roof, pavers, and pool decks. On behalf of my sons, Casey, Carrie, and Cody, call us at 945-2700. That's 945-2700, area code 239-945-2700. We're open 24/7, and you can call us right now for a free tile roof inspection. License number CCC 1326213.
Thursday through Sunday. No sales tax. The no sales tax event is only at Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral. Buy a new Nissan this week and you don't pay sales tax on your new car. We'll cover it 100% and you save thousands of dollars. Save even more when we combine incredible spring savings on new Nissans. Stop everything. Just announced Thursday through Sunday, Sutherland will buy your car for $500 more than any written offer, whether it's a loan, lease, or paid in full, no matter the year, make, or model. And it's here for a limited time longer. The Sutherland basketball hoop. Make a layup, free throw, three-pointer, and half-court shot, and you can tear up your contract. The car is FREE, free. Hurry, the no-tax event ends 7 p.m. Sunday. Nobody in Florida saves you more money than Sutherland. Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and the all-new Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral, your used car megastore. Online at flnissan.com. If you don't shop Sutherland, you'll pay too much.
See dealer for details.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. I am so glad you're here. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We stream live, drewsteele.com. That's the website. And thank you for watching. We do appreciate it, whether it's on your smartphone, smart device, or your computer. It's just a website. It's simple. It enables us to bring the video to you live. Also, you can go to Facebook if you're there. I know that a lot of people still enjoy that. So at True Steel Radio, if you want to be there, that is fine. All right. This is a big deal. We have been excited to make this announcement. And I can tell you that we were at CPAC and we had an opportunity to speak with, and you probably heard Amanda Milius, who was on this program along with Kash Patel. Both were part of the movie, The Plot Against the President, the political documentary. Amanda Milius is the director of the movie. And it's based on the best-selling a book authored by Lee Smith. And it's the true story of, the biggest political scandal in U.S. history, that political scandal being the Russia collusion hoax. And it is an incredible documentary breaking it all down, all the questions that you've had about the process from the beginning till where we are now, all in the movie itself. And so we talked about this, and now it is going to happen, and we're so excited to bring this to you. So coming up on Thursday, April 29th at 5 p.m., we are going to do a private screening for Southwest Florida of the political documentary, The Plot Against the President. It will take place at Silver Spot in Naples at the Mercado. There in Naples, right, Silver Spot Cinema. But here's the thing. Get your tickets now because every ticket, and it's limited availability, every ticket is VIP with a Q&A afterwards, after the movie, with Congressman Devin Nunes, with Kash Patel, with Jack Langer, and the director of the movie, Amanda Milius, will all be there. And so you can be a part of this fantastic event, The Plot Against the President, Thursday, April 29th at 5 p.m. at Silver Spot Cinema in Naples at Mercado. If you'd like to join us, be there for the private screening and get the opportunity to meet Congressman Devin Nunes, who plays a huge part in the movie, as you can imagine, Kash Patel, who does as well, along with Jack Langer and Amanda Milius, the director. Ask any question that you want. And we'll have food, we'll have cash bar, but it is limited seating and limited availability. If you want tickets right now, go to 925foxnews.com. That's 925foxnews.com. Right there on the website, you will see a link to click. It'll tell you where to go to the page so you can purchase the tickets right now. But again, seating is limited, as you can imagine. So it is a limited private screening of the movie Plot Against the President. Congressman Devin Nunes will be there. It's every ticket that is a VIP ticket. We'll get the chance to meet Devin Nunes along with Kash Patel and Jack Langer and Amanda Milius. And then right after the movie, we'll do a Q&A with you. So you can ask any question that you like. Finally, the questions that you wanted to ask and you want answered, you'll be able to do that at this event. So we are so looking forward to that. So get your tickets now. They are selling fast, as you can imagine. We brought it up this morning, and they are moving. So get your tickets now. All right. Let's see, 239-479-5592. Anytime you want to comment on this program or anything that we are discussing this morning. A couple of things that I am watching. One is this is so bizarre. You may have heard about this. It is Roberta Jacobson, the Biden administration's coordinator at the southern border. We come to find out she announced on Friday that she's going to step down from her position at the end of April. Roberta Jacobson, who said that she always intended to leave the administration at the end of his first 100 days. Now, remember, this is the individual who we were told was the person who was going to drive policy, the one that was going to keep an eye on what was happening at the border, that was going to be on top of what was happening with coordination. And as you can imagine, it's been an absolute and utter failure and a disaster. But I wonder if there's more to this story. According to a National Review, the administration continues to drive toward the architecture that the president has laid out, an immigration system that's humane, orderly, and safe. I leave optimistically. The policy direction is so clearly right for our country. So she's leaving at 100 days into the administration before saying that she's optimistic and this is the policy direction that's clearly right for the country. We've detained 172,000 migrants crossing illegally from Mexico. In March, it's the highest monthly total in 15 years. 18,000 unaccompanied minors Border Patrol have detained, the highest number of migrant children ever detained in a single month on the southern border. And she's saying that this is the policy, the direction that's clearly right for the country. She was tasked with addressing migrant flows from the Northern Triangle countries of Honduras, El Salvador, and Guatemala, where many of the migrants attempting to reach the U.S. originate. Remember, Kamala Harris was supposed to go to the border, and it was going to lead efforts to deal with it. And we come to find out not only, according to Sarah Carter, not only will there not be any visit by Kamala Harris to the border, and hasn't been in 18 days since the announcement has taken place, but now we also come to find out, 18 days without a press conference. Now the White House is saying she's not going to head to the border for several months. Really? Yeah, really. So Jake Sullivan, National Security Advisor, praised Jacobson's work following the announcement. Quote, there was no person better to usher in a more safe, secure, and just approach to the southern border. She's going to depart having launched our renewed efforts with the Northern Triangle nations and having underscored this administration's commitment to re-energizing the U.S. immigration system. Now, some of you might be listening to that and saying, what world do you live in? And others might say, that's what the left is doing now. Up is down, right is wrong, good is evil, evil is good. It's backwards. Everything that they're talking about, everything this administration is doing, they're backwards. It's twisting you into a pretzel, into circles, believing that something is happening that they're telling you is good when you clearly can see and say it's not. And you know it. And they know it. But is there something else? Now, there was an article at Conservative Treehouse where they talked about this. And Jim Jordan was outlining how the administration is blocking people from documenting the scale of the crisis and saying that the influx is exactly what the administration wants. They're making it sound as if Jacobson leaving is she left it in great condition and we're so happy, when people are looking and going, wait a minute, it's a disaster, and they know it. But was this the point? It's really odd. And they brought up this interesting aspect of the story that I'm just going to touch on, and then we need to move on. You remember in 2018, she was removed from her position by Trump, president of the United States at the time, because she was the ambassador to Mexico, and she was completely working against the Trump administration and the policies of locking down the border. She was doing and was trying to do exactly what she's doing now. And the Trump administration is like, no. This is not our policy. Jared Kushner had to go to Mexico to repair relations there with Mexico's leader after all of this took place. And it appears as if she was trying to set up what we see now. During the Trump administration, he stopped that right away. But then they bring her back, and she ended up doing it anyway, with a friendly administration to that point. In spring of 2018, when former President Trump was pushing forward with a trade agreement to replace NAFTA, the former Mexican government was pushing back hard against it. The president announced he would initiate economic leverage against Mexico, including tariffs if they didn't comply, to the point even where it was a representative from the Mexican government that was saying, listen, we have tactics. We may end up being able to do certain things if we don't get our way as well. Maybe like flooding the U.S. with drugs produced in Mexico and South America. Is that the case?
Well, Mexico has a lot of negotiating chips in this matter, Fareed, but it also has measures that we could take in other areas. For example, the drugs that come through Mexico from South America or the drugs that are produced here in Mexico all go to the United States. This is not our problem. We have been cooperating with the United States for many years on these issues because they've asked us to and because we have a friendly, trustful relationship. If that relationship disappears, the reasons for cooperation also disappear.
Yeah, I'm just bringing that up because if you remember, it was CNN and Fareed Zakaria who had this individual on, Jorge Gutman, who was suggesting that the U.S. would be flooded with drugs and illegals from South America to head towards the border. And it almost feels like that's what's happening right now. And this was all in retaliation to the president trying to lock down the border. And I'm bringing all of this up because it just seems weird that she would just leave and there would be this talk about what a great job she did. And I wasn't planning on staying anyway. And people are like, you're leaving because you did a disastrous piece of work along the border, when some might suggest that she was doing that before and trying to do it during the Trump administration. The president was having no part of it, President Trump. And then Biden brings her back to do it. Again, up is down, right is wrong. You can even look at Pete Buttigieg, right? With the up and down, right is wrong piece of audio that was out there from the weekend on Fox News and Chris Wallace. When being asked about the amount of jobs being created by this infrastructure bill and how he was caught in a lie, and Pete Buttigieg. Buttigieg. All right. Pretty much being called out by Chris Wallace. But remember what he says at the end of all this. Listen.
All of you in the Biden administration have been selling this plan as a huge jobs creator. Here you are just last Sunday.
The American Jobs Plan is about a generational investment. It's going to create 19 million jobs. And we're talking about economic growth that's going to go on for years and years.
But it turns out the study you're citing from Moody's Analytics says the economy will add 16.3 million jobs without the infrastructure bill and 2.7 million more with it. So it doesn't, as you said last Sunday, create 19 million jobs. Again, Secretary Buttigieg, why mislead folks?
All right, here you go.
Well, you're right. I should have been more precise. The 19 million jobs that will be created are more than the jobs that will be created if we don't do the plan. And it's very important to make this point. As you just showed us,
2 million more,
Moody's is saying that we will create 2.7 million. Yeah, exactly. It'll create 2.7 million more jobs than if we don't do it. And that's
it's 2.2 million more than if we don't do it. But it's 19. No, it's not 19 million. It's only 2. Yeah, you're right. It's 2 with the 19 million. That's how we're going to get the 19. No. The thing that's so funny about that interview is that it's Pete Buttigieg admitting that he lied, but then spinning out of it and go, no, it's 19 million. 16, the 16 and a half and the 2.5, that equals 19. No, you said 19 was from the infrastructure, but it was only going to create 2 million. You're saying 19. Yeah, it's 19. I just did the math for you. No. Yes. And this is what they've created, whether it's the story about this administration and Roberta Jacobson, the Biden administration's coordinator at the southern border, leaving and everything is fantastic. And this is the policy that Biden wants. And we're striving and driving toward an architecture that's going to be amazing. And people are like, what are you talking about? It's awful. No, it's good. To Pete Buttigieg. Okay. Saying No. It's 19 million. No, it's only 2 million. It's the 2 plus the 6. It's 19. I'm telling you, trying to convince you that right is wrong and up and down is good is evil and has at least half the country spinning in circles like, okay, are you a Democrat? Do you hate Trump? Okay, whatever you say, I'm good. Do you hate Ron DeSantis, governor of Florida? Okay, whatever you say, good. 60 Minutes, you hate him? You're telling us he's bad? Good, okay. That's where we are right now. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. 239-479-5592. All right, a reminder, go to the website, 925foxnews.com if you want to buy tickets right now. The plot against the president, the screening, the Southwest Florida private screening of the political documentary, and Congressman Devin Nunes will be with us for the private screening, along with Kash Patel and Jack Langer and Amanda Milius, who directed the film, the true story of the biggest political scandal in U.S. history. You'll get a chance to see it. Every ticket is VIP, plus a Q&A right after the movie with Congressman Nunes, along with Kash Patel, Jack Langer, and Amanda Milius. And you can get your tickets right now. Go to 925foxnews.com. They're limited. Get them right now. And you're going to love this presentation. We are so looking forward to this. Thursday, April 29th, 5 p.m. at Silver Spot Cinema in Naples at Mercado. All right, it's Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News. Drew Steele in the morning and Trey Radel in the afternoon. 2 doses of what cures liberalism. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Nothing runs like a... I need something I can depend on. I need a Kubota.
At Florida Coast Equipment, we have equipment you can depend on. We have the best deals in town for Kubota tractors, mowers, utility vehicles, and Kubota construction equipment. Our family has been Florida's premier Kubota dealership for over 30 years. Whether you're buying, renting, or simply need your Kubota service, come on over to Florida Coast Equipment in Naples. Equipment you can depend on at a price you'll love. Florida Coast Equipment, we've got you covered.
This is Greg, owner of Tropical Generator. And when I started my generator business 17 years ago, I made it a priority to focus on reliability. Generators are a lot like fire extinguishers. Hopefully, you never have to use it. But when you do, it better perform flawlessly. There are a lot of competitors out there whose only goal is to separate you from your money. Whether the generator actually performs in an emergency, well, that's not really a concern. Instead of taking a big risk on a cheap fire extinguisher, call Tropical Generator today for a reliable generator system. I offer you 17 years of experience doing expert generator installations, a 4-year degree in electrical engineering, and the highest level Florida licenses in electrical and gas contracting. I also live in Fort Myers and have personally selected and trained every one of our employees. At Tropical Generator, we're big enough to help and small enough to care. Call today, 239-206-4509 or tropicalgenerator.com. That's 239-206-4509 or on the web at tropicalgenerator.com. License EC 13007873.
Do you know what's in your investment portfolio and why it's in there? The Naples Trust Company and the Sanibel Captiva Trust Company were founded in response to high net worth investors seeking quality independent wealth management to protect and grow their family's assets. At the Trust Company, we like to say we don't invest in the market, we just buy great companies. Our local investment managers are not only experienced and proven, but talented analysts. It's taken years, perhaps a lifetime, to reach the financial freedom that you and your family enjoy today. Your financial future should rest in the hands of a company with the integrity and experience to preserve and grow your assets. The Naples and Sanibel Captiva Trust Company teams invite you to experience the true meaning of private wealth management. Contact us at one of our local offices and let's get acquainted. NaplesTrustCompany.com.
All investments involve risk and are not guaranteed.
Your 9-year-old car just hit 100,000 miles. You don't know whether to smile and pat the dash with pride or to cry because your trade-in value just went down even further and you're so ready for an upgrade. Don't cry. Bring it to Naples Nissan and get the full original MSRP for it. That's right, whatever your trade-in was worth when it was brand new, even if you didn't buy it new, that's what Naples Nissan will give you for it. And voila, you get to drive home in a brand new Nissan. All vehicle types, all vehicle brands, regardless of where you bought it from, or if you bought it new or used. If your trade-in is a 2012 or newer with less than 120,000 miles on it, Naples Nissan will pay you the full original base MSRP for it so you can drive home in a brand new Nissan today. Get full details at naplesnissan.com. Offers on select models with approved credit and cannot be combined.
So you say the time has finally come. It's here. I can't do it anymore. I can't have my water in my house smelling like chlorine. I just got to stop. I can't handle the hard water stains around my faucets and my shower glass. Make it stop. The water drying out your skin and your hair. Listen, you can. Just make the call. Call right now for your free Pentair water test. Pelican is now Pentair Water Solutions, the pros. And the number is 239-880-7799. Look, chlorine, ugly lime scale, iron. You can do something right now. Give Max a call, a uniformed Pentair water specialist, and he can find and handle your city or well water issues. We know we have them here in Southwest Florida. And look, with the mobile showroom, you can see for yourself that Pentair has both high-performance salt systems and the salt-free solution, too. And salt-free means no lugging in bags of salt. And they can even install your Pentair water system for you. And I'm telling you, you are going to love the way your water tastes from every single faucet and the peace of mind that only a Pentair water system can give you. So call now. Get your free water test. Give Max a call at 239-880-7799 or book online at pelicanwestfl.com.
True relief for back and neck pain. Are you driving down the road right now with back or neck pain or pain into your arms or legs? Maybe your struggle is getting out of your bed or chair. Maybe you get weakness when you put weight on your leg or swing your golf club. It's time you address this problem once and for all. At Johnston Spinal Care 596 Back, these are the conditions that we treat every day, except we treat the root of the problem. No injections or pain meds. Non-surgical spinal decompression, recognized around the country for incredible statistical results for long-term pain relief. Break the cycle of pain from sciatica, stenosis, neuropathy, arthritis, or car accidents. Non-surgical spinal decompression can get your life back. Spinal decompression is safe and comfortable for any age and doesn't involve any hanging upside down. Don't hurt anymore when the answer is only a phone call away. Call our Medicare-friendly office, Johnston Spinal Care, for a free telephone consultation. 596-BACK. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
You probably know Lusk, Dray Sites, and Talisano for car accidents and other personal injury matters. But did you know they have attorneys who specialize in many other areas of the law? Whether you're in need of creating or updating your will and testament, or need advice about divorce or child custody, they have an attorney for you. And unlike the all-too-familiar competitors, at Lusk, Dray Sites, and Talisano, you'll be meeting directly with the attorney handling your matter, not some coordinator or case manager looking to increase their numbers. Lusk, Dray Sites, and Talisano. They've been serving you for over 35 years. Have a family law question? Are you seeking a divorce or have child custody issues you need resolved? Do you need assistance with dividing property? At Lusk, Dray Sites, and Talisano, their attorneys can walk you through this difficult process as the needed advocate to protect your legal rights. They've been here for you in the past, they're here today, and will be here for you tomorrow. LDTlaw.com. Offices Cape Coral, Fort Myers, Naples.
This update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Wink News Traffic.
Traffic is backed up on Daniels Parkway, as well as Colonial Boulevard. If you're heading out of Lehigh, trying to get to the interstate, just plan ahead and give yourself a lot of extra time. We do have a crash at 31 and Palm Beach Boulevard. Now, the delays have decreased quite a bit. Just a tap on your brakes through the intersection. I-75 still a breeze right now. We are up to speed heading out of Lee County into Collier, as well as vice versa. If you're heading out of the Cape, we are backed up on that midpoint bridge, starting from Del Prado all the way into Fort Myers, bumper to bumper. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Happy Monday, Southwest Florida. Watch out for some slick roadways this morning as we have had some rain overnight. The rain today will be spotty in nature with a few thunderstorms possible as temperatures will heat up into the mid to upper 80s, but clearing throughout the day. And guess what? As we head Tuesday and Wednesday, mostly sunny and hot with temperatures near 90 degrees. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Brittany Van Voorhees.
I won't give up the ship.
Talking about what matters.
This country is too great to throw over to communism. I love it.
92.5 Fox News.
Hi,
Hi, it's Big Al from Stevie Tomatoes. They say love and passion makes the world go round. Love for home, family, your country, partner, a friend, and love for food. Stevie wants to be part of your love with our food, drink, sports, and fun. Our passion for your satisfaction brings our love to all of our great customers. Whether it's our brisket short rib burgers, Chicago pizza, fajitas, wings, fish fry, or ribs, it's delivered to your table with love. So at Stevie's, we invite you to share our love of great food, drinks, sports, and fun. You'll never get bored or broke. We feel loved by the sound of our great customers. We promise to treat you like family at your home away from home. I guarantee it. For daily specials, go to StevieTomato.com. Stevie Tomatoes sports page. Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Naples. Come, come, come.
Stevie Tomatoes sports page. Come for the food. Stay for the sports.
Hi, doctor.
So how are you feeling?
With Millennium Physician Group's telehealth service, MPG Connect, be seen by your Millennium healthcare provider in the comfort of your home from your computer, smartphone, or tablet.
So good to see you.
Call your Millennium doctor's office or 844-CALL-MPG to request a virtual visit with the care team who knows you best.
I'll talk to you soon.
Millennium's telehealth service, MPG Connect. Your doctor, your device, your connection to a healthier life.
I received a call the other day from a woman. Her husband tragically was unable to call himself, but he had told her, if anything ever happens to me, call Morgan & Morgan. And what higher honor could we receive than protecting someone's family after they're gone? Life can be shattered in a moment. When that happens, know that America's largest injury law firm is here for you. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
This is an urgent message for all Lee County residents. The Lee County School District has adopted radical progressive gender policies that encourage boys and girls bathrooms and girls in the boys' locker rooms. The school district is telling our children as young as 5 years old they can use the bathroom of their choice regardless of their biological gender. The Lee County School Board quietly approved these radical policies with very little to no public input. Now it's time to be heard. Call the Lee County School District today at 239-334-1102 and tell them to repeal this policy immediately, and attend the school board meeting on Tuesday, April 13th at 6 p.m. to let them know that you do not want boys and girls sharing locker rooms and bathrooms. Call the school district today at 239-334-1102 and ask to talk to your school board member. That's 239-334-1102 to tell them to repeal these progressive policies immediately, and go to the school board meeting on Tuesday, April 13th at 6 p.m. Sponsored by Families for Freedom and Fairness, 1375 Jackson Street, Suite 202, Fort Myers, Florida.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit moranwm.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
A refreshing swim in your pool shouldn't be interrupted by cloudy water, a broken heater, or faulty equipment. Healthy Pools of Southwest Florida keeps your oasis ready to enjoy every day. Their experts complete a 20-point checklist at each visit, keeping your pool healthy and protecting your investment. Relax knowing your pool is in good hands. Call 239-425-0300 right now and receive your first month free. That's 239-425-0300 or healthypoolsswfl.com. Healthy Pools is a for God and country company.
This is Greg, owner of Tropical Generator. And when I started my generator business 17 years ago, I made it a priority to focus on reliability. Generators are a lot like fire extinguishers. Hopefully, you never have to use it. But when you do, it better perform flawlessly. There are a lot of competitors out there whose only goal is to separate you from your money. Whether the generator actually performs in an emergency, well, that's not really a concern. Instead of taking a big risk on a cheap fire extinguisher, call Tropical Generator today for a reliable generator system. I offer you 17 years of experience doing expert generator installations, a 4-year degree in electrical engineering, and the highest level Florida licenses in electrical and gas contracting. I also live in Fort Myers and have personally selected and trained every one of our employees. At Tropical Generator, we're big enough to help and small enough to care. Call today, 239-206-4509 or tropicalgenerator.com. That's 239-206-4509 or on the web at tropicalgenerator.com. License EC 13007873.
This is Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, 239-479-5592, the talk and text line. Streaming live, drewsteele.com. Steele has 3 E's. We appreciate you watching. That is the website that is mobile-friendly, smart device-friendly. It's computer-friendly. It's just a friendly website. It was developed by Jake the Millennial, one of the most friendliest people wearing that shirt that he's wearing. I don't know what that means. I'm just trying to give you a little love here by being friendly. And it's a known fact that if you say hi to Jake, he'll say hi back. That's how incredibly friendly Jake the Millennial is, right?
It depends.
239-479-5592. Hey, it's time right now for the top 5 audio clips of the day. Here we go. It's the 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to moranwm.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Number 5.
We actually do have an ideological frame. Myself and Alicia in particular are trained organizers. We are trained Marxists. We are super versed on sort of ideological theories.
Why am I playing an old piece of audio of Patrisse Cullors talking about how Black Lives Matter, the co-founder, Patrisse Cullors, is a trained Marxist and how they are trained Marxists, Black Lives Matter. And why would I play an old clip of her talking about that? Well, I do that because it seems like, and it's interesting, there's the issue of people being unemployed due to COVID, and a lot of other things that are happening, and what we're told that Black Lives Matter is and is not. Apparently, we find out through legal insurrection, and the news comes out that Cullors, a self-described Marxist, Patrisse Cullors is now dropping $1.4 million on a 4th house. Someone who accuses American capitalism of fundamental systemic racism, wiping out entire communities, is buying a $1.4 million house. That's her 4th one. Why does it feel like something's not right here?
Number 4.
I keep asking myself, why do so many liberals have this seeming desire to want to be sad? Could it be because being sad allows you to feel like you're doing something about a problem without actually having to do anything?
Why is the audience applauding there? That's Bill Maher over the weekend. The audience applauding. Bill Maher talking about Hollywood and how Hollywood is making all of these movies. And with all the prestige that Hollywood has, why are they constantly making all of these movies, especially the latest ones that are up for Academy Awards and the Oscar, are all downers. They're all just Hollywood activism and the fact that they're all depressing and there's nothing uplifting anymore. And they're making all these movies that nobody wants to watch, and he's making the case that everybody had a rough year, and they want a little of escapism, and they go to Hollywood, and there's no escapism there. It's the same junk, and it's the same thing, and the fact that all they do is talk about it. It's the emotion of trying to help. Listen, as long as we look like we're doing something, as long as we're making movies about how depressing and awful everything is, well, then we're doing that. No. Even Bill Maher says, no, you're not.
Number 3. Sort of thought-provoking came out of the Biden administration this past week, and it didn't get a lot of attention because there's so much going on in the news. He's now created a commission to look at adding seats to the Supreme Court, other ideas that some progressives are pushing for. They want to see the court's conservative majority be balanced. Where do you stand on that? Do you think it's a good idea to add seats to the Supreme Court?
I think we should be very, very careful in doing so. I have no problem with the commission, but I think that the commission is going to come back and disappoint a lot of people, because I think they're going to come back and say we should just kind of leave it alone.
Harry Reid, former Senate Majority Leader, on CNN with Jimmy Acosta. Hey, what do you think about the court packing things? The conservative court, it's bad, right? This is a horrible that we got to do something about it, right? Pack the courts. That's what Joe Biden says. and Harry Reid in a lucid moment saying, yeah, I think it's a bad idea. We got to be really careful. They're putting this commission to investigate this. I don't think you should do that. I think it's a bad idea. All around, it's a bad idea. Jim Acosta's like, Harry, is that you?
Number 2. In the mail this week, comments on our story about disparities in the distribution of COVID-19 vaccine in Palm Beach County, Florida. Viewers focused on an exchange with Florida Governor Ron DeSantis at a press conference. Some viewers, including a retired newsman, applauded the story. Ron DeSantis will continue to deny, refute, call your reporting a witch hunt. I can only hope that you continue to investigate and expose the truth.
I'm sorry, it's funny. CBS and 60 Minutes, they can't help themselves. They can't stop everybody. There is another report. What is this, like the 4th and 5th and 8th time they're doubling and tripling down on the lies and everything that they did on 60 Minutes and trying to do this hit job on DeSantis and Publix and vaccines and benefiting the wealthy, and he's racist. He doesn't care. Okay, again. So they're like, listen, we went to the mailbag and we think we're right. And so do you, especially this little nugget.
Some viewers, including a retired newsman, applauded the story.
Retired newsman. And there was a retired newsman who's like, listen, I don't want to tell you anything. I'm not liberal or anything like that. I know I came from a newsroom. You come from, I'm not a liberal, right? I'm a non-biased kind of guy. But I'm just telling you, good job. Keep up the good work and go after Ron DeSantis. Oh, shit.
Number 1.
Nearly 20,000 people are out of their homes on the Caribbean island of St. Vincent after the first volcanic eruption there in more than 40 years. The volcano sent a thick cloud of smoke 20,000 feet into the sky, spewing ash for miles. Cruise ships are evacuating people from the island, but only those vaccinated against COVID.
What?
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Yes. What you just heard is exactly what Norah O'Donnell said this weekend. You heard that correct. On the heels of everybody telling you that if you have a problem with COVID passports and these vaccination passports, and calm down, if you're talking about slippery slopes, you should just stop talking because we're going to dismiss you. You're conspiracy theorists. You can't even be believed, that nothing is going to happen where you would have life or death situations based on vaccinations. How dare you even suggest that? That's exactly what happened. You heard that right. St. Vincent, a volcano erupts on the eastern Caribbean island on Friday. You have a two-tier society. Vaccinated people have fled the island on cruise ships. Non-vaccinated folks are choking on volcanic ash, as Zero Hedge was putting it. Horror on St. Vincent. What you just heard is true. What you just heard happened. Cruise ships evacuating an island where there are individuals whose lives are in danger, with an opportunity to evacuate an island on these cruise ships and get them out of harm's way and save lives, have made the conscious decision to only bring people on board vaccinated. If you're not, well, I'll just leave it there. This needs to be one of the most discussed stories of the day. It is horrible. It's horrific. Only vaccinated evacuees are being accepted on cruise ships or nearby islands. How does this happen? How do you justify doing that? And again, this is another example, and probably the most stark of all examples, of how you need to sit back and not tell us when we're concerned about mandates from a federal government, the taking away of our rights, of our liberty and our freedom. And oh, by the way, if it has to do with COVID passports, vaccinations, that life or death situations could come of it. And we're worried about that. And you tell us not to talk that way because it's conspiracy theory, QAnon, whatever you want to, nonsense that you want to spew. I don't know, or maybe make it racist, homophobic, xenophobic. I don't know, fill in the blank because everything is ist and obvious anyway. So why not go there? Well, now we tell you to stop because that's horrific. Can't even believe it. That's why people object to it. That's why the governor objected to it. That's why the governor in Texas and many other states now, executive orders, we're not doing it. Because we're not going to have people pick and choose winners and losers to the point of life and death. Not doing it. 239-479-5592. Hey, this is important. It's something that we'll discuss more tomorrow, certainly. We talked about it last week. We talked about it at length last week at the concerns about the Lee County School District, Equality Florida, best practices, posters that were put around the school to explain to people, their staff and people at the school as young as elementary school, posters in the school talking about gender identity and boys can go into girls' locker rooms as long as they identify as girls and vice versa. And you're just going to have to respect that, and it's going to be done. And the idea that there's going to be individuals that are going to have to be identified by their gender identity. That's just the way it's going to be. School sports, you're going to have those playing in sports that are identified by their gender. Sorry about that. Boys playing in girls' sports, you know, that kind of thing. And somehow this, I don't know if it was the cover of darkness. I don't know if the board knew about this. Somebody did. It passed unanimously. Somehow this made its way through the Lee County School District. Nobody seems to want to answer the question, but you get the chance tomorrow to speak up about it. And if you care about this issue, if it bothers you that there are going to be boys in girls' locker rooms because they identify as girls and you don't have any say in it, well, you do. And if it bothers you, you need to be at the school board meeting tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Tomorrow night, 6 p.m., school board meeting, and your chance to say what you think about this. Because again, how important is this now more than ever? And how more than ever your vote matters. And in 2022, I believe there are 4 seats on the Lee County School Board that are up for grabs. Every one of them. Everybody's got to go. Everybody's got to go. And you have a chance to speak up about this. And if you truly care about it, then you need to go to the district meeting tomorrow. This is the kind of thing that we're going to be talking about more and more on this program and across the board, and it's this. Local, everybody. The local elections matter. As much as we want to rail on things that are happening at a national level, you cannot avoid and you cannot ignore what is happening here locally. And listen, if you don't have a child that's in the district right now, you got a grandchild that's in the district? You concerned about the policies and the things that are being put in place, the progressive policies that are being put in place in school districts and what they're doing to our kids? These are the children that will be running this state, this county, this area, Southwest Florida, nationally. And this is what somehow the district believes that you don't have any say in? that they're just going to pass this and it's just too bad because everything is top down. No, it's not. It's not top down at a federal level and it's not top down at a local level. Sorry. You don't tell us what to do and you don't tell us what's right and what's wrong. And you don't make decisions and talk about with our kids the things that we don't get to talk about with our kids at home. Sorry. So again, I encourage you to tomorrow, make it a point to make time 6 p.m. tomorrow and be at the Lee County School Board meeting and express your thoughts on this and how much you object to it. All right, that's going to do it for this show for today. We appreciate you listening and watching. DrewSteele.com is the website. We encourage you to go there and watch. Thank you so much. Glenn Beck is next. And right now, let's find out the remainder of our forecast with Wink News meteorologist Brittany Van Voorhees.
Watch out for some slick roadways this morning, Southwest Florida, as we are still tracking a few areas of spotty rain. Few thunderstorms are possible, but mainly this afternoon as temperatures reach the mid to upper 80s. I'm Wink News Weather Authority meteorologist Brittany Van Voorhees.
I am mad at everything going on.
This is 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
Oh my goodness, all this paperwork.
Is your favorite part of running your business accounting and payroll?
Not even close.
It's complicated and time-consuming, right?
Yeah, and I'm never sure if it's exactly right, you know?
Yes, we know. So, here at Patriot, we've made it ridiculously easy. Run the average payroll in less than 3 minutes. Get up and running with our Fast Start accounting. Just 3 clicks and you're ready to go. Just go to patriotsoftware.com and get a free trial of the best cloud-based accounting and payroll software. There is no obligation, no long-term contract, just ridiculously easy accounting and payroll software. And you want that, right?
Easy to learn, easy to use. Small business software tailored just for you.
Get it at patriotsoftware.com. It's ridiculously easy.
With patriotsoftware.com.